There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
When I was a small boy, I'd climb into my bed. My mother would turn off the light and pat my little head. She would tell me lessons she had learned, impart wisdom she passed along. Then she'd stand in my shadowed room and sing this little song. Never trust a puppet. Puppets are untrue. No matter what the puppet says, he don't care about you. Never trust a puppet. Puppets are insincere. Somehow everyone always finds out what you whisper in a puppet's ear. When I was a young girl, I got a puppet for my birthday. We went everywhere together and played and laughed and sang. But the puppet started lying and taking things that didn't belong to it and saying inappropriate things at my parents' parties. And one night when I was asleep, the puppet ran away. Never trust a puppet or the feelings that they share. There is something not quite right in a puppet stare. Never give your heart to a puppet. Always stay on your guard. Puppets will betray you. Puppets are so weird. When I was a tiny girl, my aunt had a little lamb puppet. She would use as an oven mitt and take a hot casserole out of the oven. Then she would chase me round the house with the puppet on her hand, screaming, "I burned my tongue! I burned my tongue!" Never trust a puppet. Puppets are out to. No matter what the puppet says, they don't care about you.
Okay, all right. How about you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bob and Tom. Christy at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning that track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom, totally distracted and
sorry.
way down around the bend.
Just going through the overnights.
We're on the air.
That's facts right here.
on the air.
Facts. Stuff. Very excited about this. Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
Thank you very much, sir.
Everyone looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say.
Of course.
Okay, very good, very good. Josh is teabagging over there.
Yep, my morning green tea.
Steeping your green tea. Very nice. Hello. Thank you for joining us. We opened up a little bit of Haywood Banks. Never trust a puppet. Getting email wondering where the puppets are. The Bob and Tom Show puppets.
I can tell you where they are.
Where are they?
They're over at Noah's in the studio.
Well, I know that, but I mean, where have they been in the internet? They're coming. We have a new puppet.
A new video?
Yes, a little bit of something coming. Now, this is interesting. We were talking about practical jokes yesterday.
Yeah.
And a handful of good ones out there. But this one is a new one to me. This guy says, I live next to a river in my hometown. I would frequently go fishing. I once walked into the local grocery store and purchased a container of raw livers to use for bait. When I got home, I secretly put a handful of raw, bloody chicken livers in my hands, walked into the kitchen where my mom was doing the dishes. I faked a huge sneeze, drew my hands away from my face, revealing a handful of bloody, slimy mess, screaming at the top of my lungs, Mom! She fainted.
Fainted? Yeah, these are the dangerous pranks.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, I slept with one eye open for 2 weeks because she threatened to kill me. Well, thank you. That's a nice letter. We certainly appreciate that.
I don't know if it's so much of a prank if you're risking someone having some sort of cardiac episode, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Not fun.
Yeah, that's
It's a delicate line between fun, practical jokes and causing someone injury.
Yeah, the pumpkin pie in the shoe, pretending it's dog poop and licking it, that's perfectly acceptable. I think that, and thank you, Ace. That and answering the door with the chicken neck.
Turkey neck.
Turkey neck dangling from your pants, claiming there's been a terrible accident with the garbage disposal. See, that to me is a classic. So then they have to ask, well, why were you putting your male member in the garbage disposal? Again, a nice Thanksgiving greeting. We'll remind you of that just before the time.
Fine line between pleasure and pain, Tom.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to feel something, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, we have heard of a place with this name before. Got this letter from Aaron. I live in northern Idaho, about 30 minutes away from a town where I currently work called Athol.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Athol.
Heck yeah.
Now, isn't there also an Athol?
The East Coast, right?
Is it New York or Pennsylvania?
I want to say Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Is that what is it? Okay, somewhere east. He goes, the running gag up here is if you're expecting someone from there, you call up and say, hey, are you still in Athol? Athol, you see.
Yeah, they're not saying it. They're saying Athol.
It's almost like they're saying a dirty word.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar to something.
How do the city fathers not, when they, well...
Perhaps we shouldn't name it this.
I feel like that's always like some old rich guy with no sense of humor, and he was Athol, and then he wants everyone to call it that, and he's going, no, it's not funny at all. It's my family name.
Oh, boy, that is rough. Oh, well, thank you very much, Aaron. We certainly appreciate it. Have a great day in northern Idaho today. Got some trucker requests we're going to squeeze in. Anything of interest in the world of sports?
Well, we had Monday Night Football last night. Did you watch Monday Night Football?
I did not. Who played?
Preseason action, yeah. Falcons lose to the Jets in East Rutherford, 24-16. Marcus Mariota was quarterback for your Falcons. We'll talk to Kostaki about that later. Is that right? Good old Kostaki. Tom Brady's returned to training camp. All is right with the world. Baker Mayfield's been named the starter of the Carolina Panthers.
Looks good in blue.
And let's see, a couple of world records. David Rush has made the world record list again.
Oh, and it's important today.
Why?
Well, you're going to find out something extra special about today's
okay.
David Rush world record. I'm very excited about this. Speaking of world records.
Or as his kids call him, who's that, Mommy?
Joey Chestnut, of course, the world record holder in a number of eating competitions.
Oh, yeah.
Joey will be our in-studio guest today.
Oh, what great.
do we
Somebody get Ace some food. hungry. Look at him. He needs
He comes
some
to
food.
work every day.
Yes.
He never takes a day off. Get him some damn bacon.
He's hungry.
Ace, I brought in an acai bowl. Would you like to try one of those?
I have my melon.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, good. We have, I believe Joey is going for the world record eating popcorn tonight.
No kidding.
But now, as much as I love popcorn, the way, you know how Joey eats it?
No, I was going to ask.
Well, let him tell you.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's a little bit less appetizing. I don't think you would do this at a ball game or at a movie theater, frankly.
I hope the winner wins a water pick.
Butter and salt?
Yeah, man.
Christy doesn't like her popcorn with butter or salt. That adds too much flavor.
Oh, no. Oh,
I put a little salt sometimes.
Just a little.
Little bit.
If it's a Saturday.
On Christmas.
I like that popcorn salt.
Sure.
It's like baby powder.
Yeah.
It's ultra fine and
Oh, the butter salts, the super sodium heavy
Yeah.
stuff?
yeah, I don't eat it anymore.
That stuff is
No,
the
no.
best.
You're supposed to, but
He doesn't need it anymore. He doesn't need it anymore. Willie.
Take his
You're
doctor's
a lot. You
call.
probably snorted it out of a little
yeah.
bullet you had in your pocket, you little maniac.
It's amazing.
There was a time I
Yeah,
no longer
not now.
eat the salt. Thank you. We've got, like I said, a couple of cool trucker requests coming up. And Pat, I've got an assignment for you.
All right.
You have spent a lot of time on the cruise ships as an entertainer.
Oh, boy, yeah.
You play the big room.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Well done.
All right. Well, okay. What's going on in news, Christy?
Well, no, it's just that these cruise ships, they have comedy clubs. Well, some of them have gigantic rooms. How big is the big room that you play?
Probably 3,500 people.
3,500.
You kind of said it like you were implying that he's a little room guy. You kind of said it like you did.
No,
He put us all in the theater.
When he's on the boats, he plays the big room.
Well, let's face it, he does have a captive audience.
Oh, yeah. They ain't going anywhere.
You know, Pat,
go ahead, jump.
Pat,
You don't like
Pat,
Springsteen?
I try. All I know is that when Josh was on board the USS Toledo, several people just abandoned
That's right.
ship.
I hit the stage and went to man the lifeboats. There's going to be
Women and
problems.
children, hell, anybody go. Just get out of here.
That I actually got a letter about your appearance there. Okay, Pat, here's the assignment. Have you ever heard of this place? Ensenada?
Yeah, I've been there.
Ensenada, Mexico?
That's the
Yeah.
roughest
I've been
port.
there, yeah.
Here's the headline. Carnival and Royal Caribbean suspend cruises to Ensenada due to threats and violence by Mexican drug cartel. So, I
Yeah,
guess Ensenada.
It's one of the lesser ports.
We don't be going there and nada.
Tijuana.
Hang on, stop. What tune are you trying
At first I thought it was Desperado.
No, it's Despacito.
Oh,
Oh,
was
okay, all right.
Despacito?
Well, I gave it 5 notes, for God's sake.
You went Ensenada.
Yeah, you did.
that wasn't Despacito.
I believe you'll find that.
Wait a second. Also,
Desperado and
who showed you-
Encinitas, it's the same song.
I see.
Who showed you Despacito?
I love that song.
Despacito.
Yeah,
was
I
a
like
big
that
hit.
too.
That
What
was
I
a big
did my little
crossover
ballroom
hit.
dance to. That
Really?
song.
I like that almost as much as I was going to say I'm elevating. Sorry,
Levitating.
I'm levitating. Anyway, Pat, you can't go there anymore, I guess. Have you ever been there?
About 3 or 4 times. Yeah, it's a little rough.
It used to be, it was the southernmost part of Mexico you could go without a passport way back in the day.
Well, we'll find out what's going on there. Can you do maybe a little tribute on your cruise ship thing? When we come back, we're going to have a song from Mr. Godwin, I hope, or two. And also coming up in the news today, some really cool stuff, including the Mullet Championships. The first 2 phases, we have winners,
Oh, cool.
ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
And we'll have our Mullet tribute coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold slowly losing his mind. Or not so slow anymore.
Yeah, let's get right to it. You working on that song for us,
Yeah.
Pat? Okay, well, coming up in a few minutes, we've asked Pat, who is a veteran of the cruise ships.
Desperado.
Once again, Pat plays the big rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does.
And you've got like 3,500 seaters. And I asked you, I've never heard of this place, Ensenada, Mexico.
Very sketty.
Apparently, this says that the 2 of the big cruise lines are no longer going to go there.
Wow.
You've been there, you say it's a little bit
Yeah, it's a little sketchy.
dicey. Okay, great. Lots of nice spots in Mexico, but apparently this isn't one of them.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to go down there because my grandparents said this is as far we could go in Mexico without a passport. And they thought it was really cool to take us to Ensenada. It scared me to death back then. I was 9.
It's something else.
Yeah.
Well, and anyway, they won't be going to Ensenada. And I tried to do a little Ensenada, and then I was accused that it was.
You're doing Desperado, though.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
it
know what
Desperado?
sounded
I was
like.
trying to sound like this song.
Despacito.
Yep, just like
You nailed it.
Ensenada. The boats will go there. Not the.
What,
Now you
what
thought
accent
you thought it sounded like this? See, it's the same melody as you can see.
No, it's the same syllable count. It may be descending.
Isn't it exactly the same? Let me hear.
Despacito.
Desperado.
No, that's the other song in this one. It's Ensenada.
okay.
Despacito.
See, this is what I was trying to avoid. Just agree with him.
You know what,
And-
Chick? I'm kind of glad we're here.
Don't you love that song, Despacito?
No,
Yes.
Not particularly.
No, not at
It
all.
was internationally #1 in the world.
That's okay. I can not like things that most people like.
Yeah.
You mean
It's a
like?
great samba song.
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying that you dislike things that most people like?
No. I'm just saying it's
'Cause I
all
do.
right that I sure.
That's
I know
kind of
you
my
do,
whole
yeah.
thing.
No, right.
What, liking things that everybody else hates?
No, I just dislike everything most people like. I mean, I'm not proud of it. It's the reality of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wish I liked it.
No, but I mean, how can you not like this?
Despacito.
It's certainly got its place. I would never just put it on.
I don't know. I don't know what it means, which is probably for the best.
Cito means small.
Despacito?
Does it mean small dictator? Despot?
No, I don't think
My
that's what it is.
Close.
Despacito.
It's a
Che Guevara. He had a really nice hair.
See,
Sorry.
we could have avoided all this if we just said, yes, Tom, you sound exactly like
Why did you want to avoid Che Guevara has really nice hair? There's nothing wrong with that.
I've made this point before. I think that Che still has the T. I just saw a Che Guevara T-shirt at the state fair the other day. Some naive kid who has no idea what's going on in the world and wearing a Che T-shirt, but you don't see Fidel T-shirts.
You don't?
I think Fidel was kind of an ugly man. Let's face it. He had the frizzy ZZ Top beard and just.
He did not have a very good beard, did he? It really didn't fill in.
No, it's like Bob Dylan. Hey, Bob, you can do a lot of things, but growing a beard isn't one of them.
Despacito means slowly.
Oh,
that's it.
That's what it says here.
Well, why don't they just say slowly then?
Yeah, the English translation of the vocals doesn't really fit the melody, if you know what I mean.
Well, but it's such a great groove. I mean,
Right.
for slow, because in the song isn't slow.
I want to breathe your neck slowly.
It just kicks in.
Take that off his button bar.
A lot of great rhythm stuff, as opposed to this. I've got $1 million, but I'm miserable and sorry, it's done, Henley.
Wow, I want to breathe your kisses slowly.
That's hot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
None of that even fits.
Make your body a whole manuscript. I'm reading the English translation.
Make your body a whole manuscript?
Yeah.
That's nerdy and hot.
That's weird. That's kind of clunky.
Yeah.
You don't like that book, boy? I figured you'd love that.
No, it's not very elegant at all. It's not very poetic.
Isn't there a mix with Bieber on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. It's a great
It is
song.
good.
Now,
want
before we
chips
get
and
to
dip.
sports, I got a request here.
Take your time.
This comes to us from Mark, who is a trucker, and he's out there right now.
Mark A.
Mark, we appreciate your driving those trucks and whatever you're hauling. Thank you very much. Now, he wants to hear something fairly obscure that is one of my favorites too. This is this is a game show. I'll put it that way. Here you go, Mark.
Welcome back to Alphabet, the fast-paced quiz show where you can win up to $100,000 wagering on your vocabulary skills. Here's your host, Ricky Cubstein.
All right, we just said goodbye to our last contestant, Margie. She went bust after going all in and drawing the category, the C word. So let's just move on and meet our next player. What's your name, sir? Whoa! Excuse me?
Kent. I said my name is Kent.
Oh, sorry, Kent. As you might imagine, our censors are a little trigger happy after the C-word debacle. Okay, it's time for you to reach into the big bowl of alphabet soup and pick a letter.
All right, here I go. Ah, that's hot. What'd I get?
Oh, this could be tricky. Kent drew the F word.
I feel pretty confident about the F word. I'll bet half.
All right, half it is. All right, now remember, all of your answers must start with the letter F. You've got 60 seconds to get through all 5 clues. Start the timer. This word ends in CK. No, it's fire truck. Number 2, birds and bees do it. Fly. Kent, we were looking for fly. Now, here's your third clue. You might spend the afternoon doing this in a boat. Fishing. Fishing on a boat. I had that one. 2 more to go here. This genre of music was made popular by artists like George Clinton, James Brown, and Sly Stone. I'm sorry, Kent, can you repeat that?
Is it
Oh, no, I thought you had it. Funk. Funk is the style of music we needed. Here's your last clue. You should never shout this in a crowded theater.
Fire. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Oh, incorrect. Is the word we're looking for. So sorry, Kent. I'm going to have to move on to the next round, so we'll reach back into the alphabet soup, and we'll hope you do better with this category.
All right. Ah, here you go.
All right. The N-word.
Oh, God.
How much would you like to wager?
Oh, I got this one. I'm betting it all, Ricky.
All right. Here's your first clue.
The program Alphabet has been canceled.
Join us next week for the all-new spelling bee for drugs. Alpha
Here's your word. There are 4 tires on a car. Spell the word tires.
Oh, wait, I know this one. It's 4, Alex. 4's my final answer. I like to buy a vowel, Regis.
Yeah, canceled. They can do on alphabets. Now, we turn to Chick McGee at the sports desk. Anything of interest over there?
Monday Night Football last night. Jets 24, Falcons 16. Marcus Mariota, your starting quarterback for Atlanta. Desmond Ridder also came in from Cincinnati for Atlanta. He did some nice stuff last night. And also, it's been announced, Tom, one of your favorites, Punt God has made the team for the Buffalo Bills. That's right. Buffalo announced yesterday that Matt Hack, with 2 A's, H-A-A-C-K, Matt Hack, he's been cut, and Matt Araiza, the so-called punt god, is now the punter for your Buffalo Bills. He had a punt of 82 yards. You remember that in one of the preseason games. And he has the nickname the Punt God, which is on all the social media. He's quite the performer, I guess, as far as punting it. Won the Ray Guy Award for best punter in college football. Are you aware of that?
Sure.
You like the punt guy.
It's fun.
All right.
Unfortunately, when they use him, it means that they fail to convert on third down.
Sure.
It's a general rule, but...
well, remember last year, the Bills had a game, they didn't punt once in that big game against Kansas City, I think.
Yep.
This is going to change the Bills. They're going to be a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. It's a mess. And the mystery behind Tom Brady's absence from the Buccaneers training camp has been revealed. Aaron Wilson, with 2 A's of Pro Football Network, reported the 11-day absence, a Brady vacation to the Bahamas. Wilson wrote his commitment to family and having a personal life at the heart of the hiatus from football. No medical emergency or other reasons. Brady was on vacation. The internet went crazy with conspiracy theories, including one in which the quarterback was actually on The Masked Singer.
God, that would have been great.
I love that theory. That is so much fun.
You guys don't watch The Masked Singer?
No. It just would have been funny if you'd been on it. I would never sit through a piece of crap like that.
You never watch bad TV?
My clock's ticking on my life. I don't have all that much time. I'm not going to waste it watching preseason football or The Masked Singer.
Brady addressed the Masked Singer in a tweet. He said, wasn't on The Masked Singer last week. I was wearing a mask, though.
In the Bahamas,
Well,
probably.
snorkeling mask, maybe.
Snorkeling?
And he came back early from the vacation.
Uh-huh.
Like an eyes wide shut?
Yeah, well, because the raft he was on, it was deflating.
Deflategate, everybody. Tom's hanging on to that.
Wow. Is that 2014?
Yeah.
We're getting ready for that anniversary in a couple of years.
I don't even know if it was this century.
They pounced the Colts, so I remember it was like 42-7.
And the
yeah, by the way, and they would have won had they been playing. Had they made Brady play with a bowling ball, they would have won that game.
Carolina Panthers turning the quarterback.
Question.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't you think it would have been reasonable for Tom Brady to take this vacation?
Absolutely.
4 weeks ago.
Well, who knows what there's, you never know with the schedules, but
well, it's kind of
I can take whatever he wants.
You know, a team. We're all for one, one for all, unless you're Tom Brady, and then there's an exception.
I saw a picture. He's actually parking in the coach's spot.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I bet his spot is much better than that.
I think it's the Tom Brady helipad, actually.
And the Panthers have said that quarterback Baker Mayfield will lead their offense. Coach Matt Rule, R-H-U-L-E. He announced that Baker will start Carolina's September 11th game against the Cleveland Browns in Carolina.
Revenge.
Mayfield acquired in the trade with the Browns earlier this season. He built out that damn Sam Darnold for the starting quarterback position. Mayfield said, I'm just going to take this opportunity to make the most out of it and not take it for granted.
I hear Deshaun Watson's going to be, since he's suspended, he'll have to watch it from a massage table with a floppy erection.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
that last little detail really hit the ear.
Can you have a floppier?
You can flop it around, I guess.
Erection, huh?
It's called a semi in the trade.
Semi-bonus.
Oh, I've never heard that
It's
before.
ideal for the Charlie Chaplin move.
I've never heard that before.
You've seen the Charlie Chaplin?
No.
Really?
No.
Well, I'll explain it to you off the air.
Helicopter?
It's a classic. Yeah, the helicopter is an option. The Charlie Chaplin's better because you can do that funky walk.
Oh, that's how you do the show? I've been doing it wrong. I've been stabbing mine with a fork and dancing it on the table.
That's because I've just been shaving my pubes in a Hitler mustache.
Oh, wow.
We've gone obscure. Baker Mayfield's the guy that does did the progressive ad, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with those.
They're going to have him open up Panther Stadium, whatever it's called.
John Hammer is in those now.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He and Flo are supposed to be dating, and he's
the
head over heels in love with Flo, but she has no idea who he is.
She's playing hard to get.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Flo.
Because she's concerned with the policyholder, not Tom Ham, as she said in the in the commercials. And baseball, Josh, just for you, Albert Pujols hit career number 6 up. Pooh! Oh, there you go. Hit number 693. St. Louis Cardinals beat the evil Chicago Cubs, Josh, 1-0.
Wow.
For their season-high 8th straight victory. Here come the Cardinals.
Off that one dinger, huh?
As they always
What is the
always
current
do.
record now for home runs in a season?
755 by Barry Bonds, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not in one season. That's the all-time.
That's all-time record.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant for lifetime.
70, right?
What was Babe Ruth, 714?
714.
Okay, so in the steroid era, it was...
755, Barry Bonds.
Right, okay.
I forget how many Hank hit, but that was more than 714.
Yeah.
Forget. Which one are you counting? You count Barry Bonds, you count Hank Aaron?
I'm just curious. I wondering about the steroid thing and what they're going to do about that.
I think it's kind of over. They're not...
I mean, no, but
they're just writing books as the record
It's kind of like Deflategate. Nobody really talks about it.
At all.
Nobody talks about it.
The records are there.
You turn on Stephen A. Smith today.
Yeah.
What's he talking about? Barry Bonds and Deflategate.
That's right. You're darn
I'm
right.
just saying.
Fresh as today's headlines.
Are these records going to have an asterisk? Are they going to...
And Ed Sullivan on Bye Bye Birdie. That's in there.
Now we have to hear that.
No, no. Well,
Hey, Pat Sullivan was our guest.
I'm inviting Pat back because we got some really nice email about Pat on the show. I'm talking about Pat Sullivan. Yeah. We're going to go to the studio and do a nice version of that with the girls. And
of course you will.
Oh, my God.
Keep me out of it.
He doesn't get the kind of treatment on the other stations he's on. You know, he comes here, we give him the royal treatment. We give him a song.
So you're going to write a theme song for a guy who's been on our show once?
Well, that's how you get him back.
And he's on another station.
Yeah.
And do they do a fancy intro for him?
Evidently, I'm the only one that knows that. I don't know what my problem is.
Chick, I can smell it coming. Me and you out the door. Pat Sullivan in.
Yeah, there you go. Have Pat come in and do the sports. That'd be fine with me. Shoot me. Put me out of my misery.
How is the Ensenada song coming in there,
Pretty
Pat?
good, actually.
Really? Mm-hmm. How close are you?
One more break, I'd be good.
Okay, very good. Once
Will you
again,
print the story?
I haven't really. I just found this on the internet. I can print it for, I guess. The headline is Carnival and Royal Caribbean suspend cruises to Ensenada.
Right? Oh, that's the story, the whole thing. Did they say why?
There's
crime-ridden vandalism.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Ensenada kind of reminds me of that one song. What song?
Cruise ships.
The boats will go Bernada. Oh, what a great song.
You know you're singing with an accent, right?
I think the accent is so bad.
Ensenada.
Yeah, no one's offended.
Exactly, yeah.
I think people in Hungary are offended by my Hungarian accent, but not a lot of them are listening right now. So we got the Ensenada song coming from Mr. Godwin in just a few minutes. Can you give me the
Ensenada
sports?
sounds like something that you order at a Mexican restaurant. I'll have the ensenada, please.
Mm-hmm. It does. Mm-hmm. We have coming up in sports the teaser.
Mullets and world records.
Okay. And the world record, by the way, very special today.
Is it?
If you say so.
Very, very special world record. Coming up, we have mullet news, cornhole news. I have a question about pizzerias I'm going to have somebody answer, and something new in the world of the Big Mac. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin, the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chick, how are you?
I'm all right. There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's the songmeister, Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Vocal gymnastics, Tom Griswold.
Arguing about a bunch of stuff.
I think it's gorgeous what you're doing.
I think
over
that
there.
certain steroid era.
Flying in the face of wanting people to listen.
Steroid
if you're
era
listening
baseball.
to this, you're tough. Okay?
Steroid era baseball players should be admitted to the Hall of Fame.
So that's like McGuire and Barry Bonds.
Is that right?
They should just have. Here's the thing. I figured that they should have their own section. Where the busts are real big, but the hats are kind of tiny. Okay. So we're arguing about this thing with the cruise ships are no longer going to go to Ensenada, Mexico. It's apparently too dangerous. So the two of the big cruise ship companies, Royal Caribbean and Carnival, have said they're not going. Pat is a veteran of the cruise ships, plays the big rooms.
Plays the big rooms.
Oh, yeah.
3,500.
And I was saying
3,600.
3,700.
What do you got here? Small room? I'm not playing that.
No.
And
then someone
I don't
said,
get up for less than 3,800.
well, it's a captive audience. I forget who pointed that out.
Yeah.
So, what are they going to do? Go to the show or jump? That's not fair, Pat.
Isn't it free?
Nice show.
Yeah.
Hey, Ace.
The ship isn't free, but the show.
So, yes, you would go.
That's very good, Ace.
If you can tear him away from the buffet.
Putting food in his pocket.
Well, I asked Pat if he could maybe write a song about why they're not going to Ensenada on the cruise ships, and I mentioned it reminded me of that great song Despacito. Which I think I enjoy very much.
This is so odd because this is a song that I just cannot see you enjoying. But
I love that you love it.
This and the levitating song or whatever the hell it is, you like that? I don't.
I'm levitating. It's just a great groove.
I don't. It's not though.
It's got bongos and congas and drums.
Yeah, boy, that's a great.
Just
groove
makes you want to
it.
shake your ass.
Yeah, but bongos and congas and drums are things that make you happy.
My.
It sounds like nothing that you would like.
No. Dickie's not playing a.
There's no
guitar
B3.
solo.
There's no great.
Yeah, there's no plate spinning going on.
I got a love letter about the fact that I highlighted the drum solo in Carlos Santana at Woodstock.
See, this is the problem.
Michael Shreve and that
one
great
person out of millions and it gets through, and now he thinks, well, everybody wants to hear Carlos Santana. Yeah, here we go.
Dear Bob and Tom.
Once again, you listen to us. You're tough. Okay,
hang
in there.
I watched the movie Woodstock over the weekend. Tom is absolutely right.
Yeah,
best drum solo ever. There you go.
It is one of the best ever.
Damn right.
Thank you.
It has no business being played
on the radio
on our show.
I'm just telling people it was the anniversary of Woodstock. Here's something fun to watch.
Josh, he got a letter. Though. He got a letter. He said it was good.
So, Pat, is a song?
Now, he also mentions how much he enjoyed Sha Na Na in the movie Woodstock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
That was a highlight. The 50s era oldies tribute. Okay, sorry. Now, but Ensenada and I was trying to sing into Despacito.
Try it. I don't think so. Nailed it.
You guys said it was Desperado.
Well, the first attempt was a little Desperado-ish.
Well, here we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Play that. Do that again. Yeah.
That puts the two together, you see, and then there's...
Yeah.
You put them together. Okay.
But now, let's reverse them. This starts with Desperado, then goes into Despacito.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the same song. Isn't that great?
I know you're.
Wouldn't you like Hotel California better if it had that kind of a groove?
No.
Well, it would just be a different song. It's
Hotel
not fair.
California is pretty good.
It's like saying, wouldn't you like this cheeseburger better if it were a taco? What?
Yeah. A nice crunchy.
Boy.
So what this is leading to, of course, is
what is this lead? Wait a minute, but if you're still here, congratulations.
You persevere through
That's
adversity,
right.
listener.
You're damn right. When the going gets tough, you listen to us.
No, a man who plays the big rooms aboard the big ships is Pat.
4,000 people. Nice.
Patty Big Rooms, they call them.
That's right.
Now, Pat, you've been to Ensenada, which is and the big boats, I guess, are not going to go there anymore.
Big boats, big rooms.
This says, here's the article, Christy. It says 2 Miami-based cruise lines, which sail from Long Beach, California, to the West Coast in Mexico, stopped calling on Ensenada this past weekend.
I'm surprised it took this long.
You know that place where, Captain, you know where we should stop going? The place where they have, those heads on pikes of the, the leaders of those competitive drug cartels. Let's not go there anymore. Are those real?
And have you seen the bodies hanging from the overpass?
Yeah,
that's bad.
Occasionally we hit them. We don't, and they drag along the side of the boat, and everybody in their rooms can see them outside their round windows.
You know that place we go? There's all those cute little kids, but they're holding guns. You know that place? We shouldn't go there.
You want to
anymore.
not go there anymore?
Yeah, there are a lot of nice places we can go.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go to
many
those nice places.
I mean, we can even just stay on the ocean.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
we don't have to
have a sea day.
Pull into Nightmareville.
We've got the big room entertainer here.
I don't know what we're doing.
We got the big
room. Patty Big Rooms.
Why are we going to a port anyway?
And we got over these ports. They got people.
By the way, will you get that guy with the Raiders shirt out of the buffet?
So, Pat, so they're not going to go to Ensenada. Have you written your tribute?
Yeah, I'm pretty good on it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, the ship just left without us in Ensenada. We were drinking tequila and eating empanadas. Now I'm running in my big sombrero and her in Prada. A couple of fools who missed the boat in Ensenada. Oh no! Ensenada, pray for us, Heavenly Father. This is where the cartel is and their whole damn enchilada. Why couldn't it be Cabo or Puerto Vallarta? Oh no, we're stuck in crime-ridden downtown Ensenada. Our passports are back on the ship and we are stranded. We have to make it to the airport empty-handed. Then try to fly to catch our ship's next destination. With no ID, no cash, and illegal medication. Oh, Ensenada! Oh no! Keep your avocado. We could be robbed and left for dead this time tomorrow. Why couldn't it be Cancun or Guadalajara? Instead, we're stuck in dirty downtown Ensenada. Oh no! Can't wait to get the hell out of scary Ensenada. Get me out.
Right.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. The big room.
Big room.
Big room man.
Yeah, big room guy.
Pat's got a new album coming out.
Yeah, October 7th.
Just around the corner.
Is that under your name, Pat Godwin, or under Patty Big Rooms?
It's under Patty Big Rooms.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to that.
That'll be available
Maybe we
on
can get a
all the
song
big
from that
stores.
coming up later today. Coming up, a huge world record that has got a special twist to it. I'm very excited about. Also, news from the world of the Big Mac, and you have the Mullet Championship of the first two winners of the three.
Cool.
And our special guest later today will be Joey Chestnut, world champion eater, as he takes on another world record coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for hanging in there. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Still here.
Yep, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Still here, chick.
Yep, there's
in the big room.
Josh Arnold.
I guess I'll come back in.
There at the upside sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hanging in there.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Dude, I'm persevering right now.
Right, I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Oh, thank you very much. A great first hour. I'm very pleased.
Yeah.
You got a good report?
All we talked about was Despacito.
Well, no, we talked about the Ensenada and the fact that the ships aren't going there anymore, right, Pat?
Right.
The big ships. If you're going on a cruise, you won't be stopping there. Apparently, it's too dangerous. And that led to Pat creating a song about Ensenada, which we also discussed the similarities between the song Despacito, and Desperado. And we merged
Once
the
again,
two.
hang in there, everybody.
Or okay, there we go. Now, let's move on.
Uncanny.
But seriously,
Got a letter.
If it's me, tell me it's me, and I'll be quiet.
I mean,
It's nuts, right?
what's your letter about there, Tom?
Yeah. What's this about?
Cedar Point.
More drum
Oh, okay.
solos?
A fun amusement park.
I think they may have the best set of roller coasters in the world.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
possible. There was a big news story last week about a couple that was caught a flagrant delicto, if you will, or a fragrant delicto if she was properly seasoned.
Like a good cast iron skillet.
Hey,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
after a walk in the amusement park, I think all of us are properly seasoned.
Yeah. Oh boy. But some people like it that way. Napoleon famously liked Josephine Funky.
Okay.
I'm kind of a freak.
Do you like that, Christy?
No.
You like a man that's just fresh off
No.
the gym?
Little musk.
No, I like a clean.
You don't like him
Right out of the
fresh
shower.
off, in your case, the pickleball court?
I don't play pickleball.
No, but
all your
you
friends will talk
corral the
if
men
they're-
who
if they're
do.
not
I know a lot of people who do, yes. But
They're not playing polo. I worked the second shift at Cedar Point between college semesters, writes Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Couples would have coitus on the Ferris wheel often.
what?
I personally witnessed this on 4 separate occasions.
Wow. Really?
And was knowledgeable of several other intimate encounters from others.
All right.
Not uncommon at all. So there we go.
How about that?
Well, thank you,
By the
Sarah.
way, the Sky Ride is another area that saw a number of couples getting frisky.
Sure. Yeah.
The Sky Ride is the one where they have the sort of little gondolas that go up. And
Couldn't pay me to get in that.
Oh, you don't like heights, do
Yeah,
you?
those I don't care for. I like heights when it
Who
comes to
wants to
roller
take this?
coasters, but I don't like.
No, you be nice.
I said nothing.
No, yeah, I'm terrified. Every time I'm on one, the cable snaps.
That's
Is that
where
what
he
you
was
wanna
going.
hear?
That's where he was
That's
going.
what you were hoping for.
Yeah. Maybe some sort of joke about
Yes.
Isaac Newton he was going to go for.
Yes, it just turns into some sort of Newton's cradle where my gondola sags the whole thing down, and the others on the end bang constantly.
Yeah.
Like a pendulum. Dude.
Yes.
Like a pendulum do. Thank you. I love that song.
But thank you, Sarah, for not being a narc, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, just mind your own business. Let the people do what they want to do.
Well, I don't know. A little tacky.
Well, of course it's tacky for somebody to have sex on the Ferris wheel, but yeah, I wouldn't. Do you really think if you tried to talk to the people having sex that they're going to end up being reasonable people?
Hey, you guys.
Hey, listen,
please.
madam.
I say you can pay for this with your Marlboro miles.
Doesn't the woman say, "Let's go to the Tunnel of Love" or something dark?
Do they still have? Do they still have a Tunnel of Love at any of these
I've
amusement
never
parks?
seen a tunnel of love.
Yeah, I've never. But there are always those rides though. The dark rides is what
Sure.
they're called, and yeah, you go in and that's where we used to make out.
Really? What was the nature of
I've never heard the term dark ride.
Well, like, like the old great movie ride that used to be at Disney? That was kind of what
It
you
used to
call
be.
a dark ride.
And my favorite was the Mr. Toad ride
Yeah.
that they got rid of.
Pirates of the Caribbean would probably.
Yes, that's a dark world.
That's a dark
Yeah,
ride.
That's right. You're typically on a boat.
Especially that Amber Heard's on it. Big problems.
You know what? I wouldn't kick her out of my bed for
Just change the sheets, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Did they ever?
You like the nut jobs, do you?
I'm just saying, she still looks pretty great.
Okay, good.
Did they ever have a Tunnel of Love, or was that just a cartoon?
There must have been one.
Yeah, there must have been.
It's a great Springsteen song.
Tunnel of Love?
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh.
Do you think so?
I'm not a big fan of that particular song, no.
What's the matter? Too much of melody?
No, just give me Thunder Road. Or,
okay, sorry.
I like Tunnel of Love, Tom.
Thank you very much. Chick and I agree on something.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to hear it. And what other song does it remind you of? That's what I'd like to hear.
Never mind. It's time to move on. What have you got over there?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know if this is a world record or not.
Stupid world record.
2 Wisconsin Utes have won their respective divisions of the USA Mullet Championships. Emmett Bailey from Menominee took home the top prize in the kids division, while Caden Kershaw from Wausau earned the top spot in the teen division.
Menominee.
The men's division, the men's division is currently open for submissions. They'll take them through August 31st. First prize winner will receive the Mullet Mega Money Pot of $2,500.
In scratch-offs.
Has anybody seen the kid?
It's awful.
Oh, it's got to be funny.
It's fun.
I'm showing it to you
glorious.
right now.
And these
glorious.
kids,
It's wonderful.
they
It's
look like they're
pretty
not being
great.
forced to do this. They look like they love it.
Oh yeah, man. I love this
yeah.
kid. Love him.
Look like
Yeah.
they came out with mullets.
It really. I mean, it looks very natural.
Emmett
Yeah.
Bailey. Go Emmett.
Kind of a Joe Dirt-esque thing.
It's glorious.
Well, that leaves, of course, we have to check this out then.
You've seen them at tractor pulls, stock car races, and classic rock concerts. Those guys still sporting haircuts that were popular 20 years ago. You've often wished that you could look that cool. Well, you may never be able to look like them, but that doesn't mean you can't smell like them. New from Bob and Tom Labs, it's the splash-on cologne we call Mullet for Men. Mullet for Men captures all the smells associated with the mullet lifestyle. Propane, pot smoke, gunpowder, deer urine, and just a hint of beef jerky. Dab on a little Mullet for Men, and all the babes will think, wow, I bet he owns his own meth lab.
You live in a trailer, your Camaro's up on blocks. Your girlfriend's pregnant again.
She's a stripper.
You have your own meth lab, a Motley Crue tattoo, and you wear mullet for men.
The ladies love Mullet for Men cologne. Here's the actual experience of the Bob and Tom Show's Donnie Baker.
Hey, baby, you look good, man. You come here often?
Well, I'm a stripper, and you're in a sleazy strip club. What do you think?
I didn't see a name tag. I thought maybe you were just stretching.
What are you, some kind of loser? Why don't you... Wait a minute. You smell just like my ex-boyfriend. I think I'm in love. Why don't we go into the champagne room and I'll give you a free lap dance?
Thanks, man. And thank you, Mullet for Men.
Mullet for Men lets the world know you don't have time to shower.
Purchase Mullet for Men today and receive a free Mullet for Men sleeveless t-shirt or a pork sword on board vanity plate. Mullet for Men smells like corn dogs. I swear to God it does, man.
Thank you, Donnie. Mullet for Men. Now, once again, the teen winner and the young winner have been declared. The adult winner, they're still. You can still enter.
They look good.
With a name like Emmett Bailey, you got to have a mullet. don't you?
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Emmett.
Emmett.
He won season
He won,
season pass to the demolition derby and a set of truck nuts. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Well, now we'll be looking forward to hearing about the big winners. Speaking of big winners, Joey Chestnut, the Joey Chestnut, world champion eater, will be our guest later on in the studio today. Joey's going for another world record tonight.
It's safe to say one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in terms of records, and
we'll talk to him about his hot dog eating and find out what he eats on a regular basis. But he'd be a tough guy to take out to lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like a hot dog with a large vat of water to dip the bun into. No, thank you. That's coming up. Also, Kostaki Economopoulos with our NFL update. And we'll look forward certainly to talking to Kostaki. I'll remind you on a different note, just around the corner, we're going to have our special Big Green Egg weekly Pigskin Pick'em Challenge. Your shot at winning the Big Green Egg Mini every week during the regular season as we get ready for NFL football. Details about that are going to be coming soon at bobandtom.com/contest. Find out how you can be a winner with your football smarts. When we come back, we will have interesting news from the world of world records.
Yes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Oh, hello, I'm Josh.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we're going to talk with Kostaki Economopoulos. A little bit of NFL chat.
All right.
With Kostaki. He's our official NFL correspondent. Also, Joey Chestnut, world champion eater, will be our guest. And we're certainly looking forward to seeing Joey. But first, what have you got over there?
Well, we've got one of these. Stupid world record. The Iowa State Fair. Iowa lot to Iowa pot. The Iowa State Fair has broken the Guinness World Record for the largest cornhole tournament. The fair said 730 participants officially counted, beating the previous record of 444.
Holy cow.
A Guinness World Record adjudicator on site to confirm the record, a team of Scott Strasburger and Chris Garris of Cedar Rapids won first place.
Very cool. Do you know, I don't mean to ask.
What's the score? What was the score?
No. Do you know what the prize was?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe just bragging rights.
Cornhole. There's a dark side to cornhole.
There is. What?
It's fun.
Uh-oh.
I think that cornhole is sort of horseshoes without the horseshoes. Would you agree?
It's a similar game.
It is a similar game.
Yes.
What about all those blacksmiths that are now out of work?
You know what? I didn't consider that.
Let's see.
So you're suggesting that the sport of cornhole,
yes,
and people have to make these bags. Now there are blacksmiths not making horseshoes, which have no other use than for the game horseshoe.
Well, unless they're
shoe horses,
lucky enough to be shoeing horses,
right?
Which is a great profession, certainly, and noble indeed.
They shoe horses, don't they?
They do shoe them.
I love that joke.
I need some horse person to answer my question. Do any of the famous people or human shoe companies make horseshoes? Is there like an Air Mr. Ed or
Jimmy Choo?
Air Mr. Ed is very funny. Air Seabiscuit also works.
I'm curious. I'm sure that I especially at the upper levels, I'm sure horseshoeing is a fine art.
Yeah,
but I mean, when you talk about cornholing, unless you're talking about cornholing at a prison, it's
oh my god,
prison cornholing, Christy, much different topic.
Yeah,
very, very unpleasant, really, if you ask me.
Oh, sure.
In any event, I just want to say a special salute to all the blacksmiths out there. And I'm sorry that cornholing has taken your career away.
I saw some blacksmiths. I was at the State Fair Saturday, and I saw some blacksmiths working.
Smithies?
Yes, exactly.
Hot work.
Very cool.
And a lot of clanging.
Oh, yeah, but it was awesome.
It's cool, yeah. I'm just saying. And maybe they should. Do they do a national horseshoe tournament? Horseshoe tournament, I should say.
No, I'm not sure.
I bet they must.
Wouldn't that be kind of more of a state fair thing?
I don't know.
Well, the Iowa State Fair had
It was cornhole.
Yeah.
Oh.
See my point?
Yeah, I do see your point.
There's a bunch of
so we're looking for
blacksmiths looking for a gig because there's some kid in China making cornhole bags. That's all I'm saying.
I like to think that they're Midwestern women on their porch sewing up.
Like I only will play with American cornhole bags.
Hello,
I just want you to know, mister.
Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
I'm good. So tonight's Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Check.
and my lead bass player, Todd Boner,
Yeah?
he wants to take me out for Taco Tuesday again.
Okay.
Well, he likes this place over by that closed mall. You know, it's right between them two Asian spas. It's called Ted's Tijuana Taco Testeria.
Oh, nice.
Right there in the middle of Tuggy Town. We went there last week. Now, I've been to Tijuana before, and this restaurant's dirty enough to be in Tijuana. The only thing this place was missing was a Mexican street corn and a donkey show. I swear to God. Oh, they had soccer on the TV, too, and for some reason, everybody kept calling it football.
Well,
So, Christy, you know they make a strong margarita.
Sure.
And, man, them Spaniard announcers were going crazy the entire game. They was yelling more than a rattlesnake church. Chick, you'd love it. But the fact remains, the announcers almost make soccer watchable. I told Boner maybe they should have him try calling WNBA regular. I mean, it's worth a shot. Here's another layup. Goal! I swear to God. Oh, and the menu is all in Hispanic, too. So I basically had to go by pictures and pick from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Josh, the same way you do on Pornhub.
That's right.
But I ended up getting linguina tacos without even knowing what linguina is. And after having 6 of them, I think linguina is Mexican for extra spicy, chewy meat. It's real strange.
I think what you got was probably cow tongue.
Yeah.
Lengua?
Yep.
No?
Oh, that can't be right. There's no way in hell that people eat cow tongue on purpose.
Sure
What's
they
next?
do.
You going to tell me them Rocky Mountain oysters I had last week are actually bull gonads?
Well, they probably
Whatever. Ashton Kutchers. I ain't dumb. Anyways, it might explain why Taco Tuesday spilled over into Wet Wipe Wednesday. And then Turtorific Thursday. I ain't bragging, but I speckled the bowl so bad my mom Phyllis thought I was running bathwater. I swear to God.
Jesus.
I mean, you know it's bad when you have to hit the showers afterward like you just got done playing 4 quarters against Kobe. I was so raw I had to borrow Todd Boner's chapstick and dap up my dirt button. Swear to God. Now, I didn't steal it. You know, I put it right back where I found it in his glove box.
Very nice of you.
Good for you.
It's good. Hell, he won't need it till winter. There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy.
That was quite a report.
Yeah.
I do love Taco Tuesday.
Of course.
Yeah.
We missed the National Horseshoe Pitchers Association Championships.
We did? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it was in July.
Okay, sorry.
Are regulation horseshoes, are they retired actual horseshoes, or are they made for the game?
Good question. I don't know.
They're probably like high-end Frisbees. I'm guessing they're probably made for the game.
Made for the game.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if they're actual...
You had this whole angle about giving blacksmiths, taking them out of work. I thought that you knew all about
When
that.
horses
No, I'm just speculating.
When horses get home from school, do their moms go, all right, change out of your school horseshoes and into your play horseshoes, like my mom used to?
Yes.
They do?
Yes,
okay.
they do.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Did you ever
get
have
your school shoes dirty?
Oh, Josh.
Did you ever have the one neighbor that you weren't allowed to wear shoes in their house?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sure. Yeah.
I think
I mean,
that's
at all.
that is one of the rudest things you can do to somebody is ask them to remove their shoes.
Oh, that's a big
when they
deal
come.
now. People
Really?
do it all the time.
I would like to
I'd be
become...
like, watch this, and I'll just run through their house and leave.
It's too far gone for me at this point, but I would love to become a shoeless house. I've started thinking about it. It's gross. You're out in public and they're on the couch.
It is gross. I did it. I did it for 2 years in Korea. Every restaurants were shoeless. You had to take your shoes off going into those places. So it was. Yeah, I just got so tired of it.
You know, I thought I had a problem with authority, and then I met Josh.
Oh boy,
You're really against it. Any rules, you're up against it.
And there's a strange intersection here because you hate authority, but you also hate punks. And quite often, punks hate authority.
Yeah, but they're being punks about it.
Yeah? I'm asserting that you yourself may be a punk.
See, a guy who would not take his shoes off and make a big deal out of it if they came over to my house, I would consider them a punk.
So, Josh, what's your philosophy? I went to see that Elvis movie.
Oh, he was a punk,
and it was one of those theaters that has the the buttons you press them and all of a sudden bzz, your chair's like a Barco lounger.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the guy next to me,
Dom's just discovered these chairs.
I couldn't figure out for the first hour how to get the chair to move.
I know, it's amazing.
The guy next to me had his shoes off.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I see that all the time.
We saw that together one time. Remember that? Yeah.
A couple had both their shoes off.
Yeah. Boy, no.
see,
If they have the whole row to themselves, yes.
You see it on a plane a lot, too.
Yeah.
Shoes off.
But see, there's nothing different between that and the flip-flops. Don't wear flip-flops unless you're at the beach.
I'll take my shoes off on a plane.
On a plane, I will too.
You will?
Yeah, your feet swell.
See,
I have zero foot odor.
Do you put them
You're a
on
punk,
then do
see?
you pull the tray down and put them right there so you can...
You take your shoes off on the plane.
That's right. And
That's the number one
You're the
punk
guy.
teller right there.
Yeah.
There's no odor. I have
That's
clean
so-
socks.
As far as you think.
We all had to take our shoes off in the airport at one point. Why not leave them on for the plane?
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, walk to the gate with your shoes on.
That logic, it may be flimsy, but still.
Phew.
Okay, well.
What do you think?
Chick, do you think I would really yell at somebody if I went to their house and they said, will you please remove your shoes?
Yep.
You're right, mister.
Get a load of this one. David Rush has broken several balloon records, but this time he used his nose.
What?
And he used Bob and Tom balloons.
We sent Mr. Rush a bunch of Bob and Tom balloons, and again, he's broken a world record using our balloons. Thank you, David.
He was able to break the Guinness World Record for most balloons inflated with the nose in 1 minute with 10.
Whoa. That can't be easy at all.
His successful attempts beat the previous record of 9. David said, for the first few times I tried this record over the years, I could barely inflate one balloon since I couldn't get a good enough seal on the balloon on my nose to actually inflate it.
He just Howie Mandel'd them?
That coupled with quantities of snot in my nose. I gave up before I got too far, but this time he broke the record with 10.
And with Bob and Tom balloons.
I'm
all
impressed.
over.
That's,
Yep.
I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, and they've got the balloons have to be inflated to a certain diameter, and
I would think.
Can you use like Claritin D before you do it, or is that considered doping?
That's exactly.
Like,
yes.
can you Flonase it up and get the extra airflow in there?
Didn't Howie say he messed up his sinuses or something?
I
from
think he
doing
blew
that?
an eardrum.
Yeah, eardrum.
I think Howie.
I think doctors went, you can't ever do it again.
Yeah.
Is that the condom bit that he would do?
It's like a
A
glove.
rubber glove. Yeah.
Put a rubber glove over his face, below his nose, and it would like make this weird crown,
It was funny.
like a Statue of Liberty crown on top of his head. Well, congratulations, David Rush, another great record. But I guess he's not even close to the record for the most records.
No.
There's
He
some
has half as many as the guy with the most
insane,
records.
some insane number, but his are certainly much more interesting, especially when he's using our tribute balloons. Thank you very much. And is that sports?
That is sports, Tom.
Okay,
yes.
thank you. Speaking of sports, coming up, it'll be Joey Chestnut.
This is what you farted for.
Yes, wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy!
An aviation report claims a plane's 2 pilots fell asleep and missed their landing. According to a report by commercial aviation news site Aviation Herald, the Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 737-800 was flying from Sudan when the pilots fell asleep and the aircraft continued past the top of descent. Data obtained by the website indicates the aircraft was cruising at 37,000 feet on autopilot when it failed to descend at Adidas Ababa Bowl
Addis
International.
Ababa.
Whatever. International
Adidas
Airport.
or shoes? Addis Ababa are not. Although that'd
Addis-
be pretty cool. The new Adidas Addis Ababa.
They're actually called Adidas. That's why I said that.
Oh, boy. They're not Adidas?
Not in the UK, not in Europe. They're called Adidas. But anyway, this was the Ethiopian airport air traffic control reportedly unable to reach the crew despite making several attempts at contact. An alarm was triggered. The plane ultimately landed safely.
This is your captain snoring.
It ultimately landed safely around 25 minutes later.
If you look out the left side and see the airport, wake us up.
Ethiopian Airlines said the crew was removed from operation pending further investigation.
I bet they were tired. Their blood sugar is probably way low. You know, the Ethiopian airline, no food service.
Oh my gosh.
That's a brutal joke.
Brutal. Yeah. He's being a punk.
I guess they picked a bad week to give up coffee.
Yeah.
In the old Lloyd Bridges tradition.
Yes.
Picked a bad week.
To stop sniffing glue, he said at one point.
Airplane reference, greatest movie ever made. That's scary.
Well, it happens all the time.
They do sleep a lot.
They do sleep a lot.
Is one pilot allowed to sleep?
I thought only one was allowed to sleep at a time, but
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
The other one drinks.
There you go.
You ever tried to sleep while you drink? It's hard. You can't do it.
You want to drink first?
Keep spilling it.
But haven't you seen all those like old like ghost movies, like where the two people go camping and they're in trouble, and one guy goes to sleep and the other one sits lookout, and the guy that's on lookout always falls asleep. Why can't the rule just be no pilot can sleep? It should be 0 pilots are allowed to sleep.
Those planes essentially fly themselves. I've been trying
Well,
to tell you all that. There's
that's
very
not-
little skill involved.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's unnecessary.
Josh, that's
I'm
Josh
telling you,
Arnold.
these
I
are all,
love you, fly boys, fly ladies.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Step 1, engage the thrusters. Step 2, take a
Right.
melatonin.
And I'm talking commercial airlines. When you're like Air Force and stuff, that obviously takes skill. But these commercial pilots, they're
They
one
just
incredibly
button,
skillful.
Take off, landing, then they just hit a button.
They're up there playing Parcheesi.
I think that this Ethiopian Airlines should take advantage of this for an ad campaign. Our flights are so comfortable, the pilots fall asleep.
Yeah. Scientists in Singapore have invented an invisible coating that can fireproof wood. A team from the NTU School of Materials
I know. I
Science
have a question. I know. Why?
and Engineering, that's a very good question, created a fireproof coating just 0.075 millimeters thick that is virtually transparent. When heated by a hot flame, the coating prevents the fire from combusting the wood underneath.
Great gag gift. Get some of this stuff.
My damn fireplace.
Give someone a, whatever you call it. What is it? A ricket or rasher? What is it? What do you call it?
Yeah, what
a
do
rick
they call
of wood?
A rick.
You
Is
knew
that what
this.
it is? A rick?
Is it a rick?
Yeah.
A rick and a half?
Yeah, but you get a rick of wood and you paint it with this stuff.
Apparently, the
they're
stuff
going to make their nice Christmas Eve fire. You son of a...
Apparently, it will char whatever this coating is, but when you scrape it off, the wood beneath it's still intact.
All right, so build a new cabin.
Yeah.
Coat it in that.
Yeah.
Invisible coat, they say.
Mm-hmm.
Like Harry Potter. Remember that?
Yeah, his cloak of invisibility.
Cloak of invisibility. Who wouldn't want one of those?
Still reading that, huh?
Forever.
Yeah.
They're long.
Long books.
They get long,
Heavy.
and there are 7 of them.
Yeah, I was reading it to my with my 9-year-old. I had no idea how good they're really, really great.
Aren't they? Aren't they entertaining?
I had no idea. It's one of those
They
things.
got everything, don't they?
One of those things you hear about, then you finally get to go, I see why people like this.
They don't have sex, do they?
Enchanting. That's
No
what
sex.
They start doing it in the 5th book. It gets really crazy.
Boy,
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Old Ron Fingers Weasley, they call him.
Wait a minute.
Don't ruin this for people.
13.
What are you doing with that wand?
Whoa!
A Rhode Island lifeguard recovered a prosthetic leg from the
Removus
ocean.
Brasilius.
Now there's...
Yeah, that's the
Spell.
Harry Potter spells you didn't see.
Yes.
That'd be so. We got to get the horny Potter stories. We have to see those.
The Windjammer Surf Bar in Westerly said a woman at the beach had lost her leg in the water. WJAR
News, where we're on your side.
reports lifeguard.
You had something right there.
There's the setups there. WJAR.
If you guys are continuing to heckle, maybe that's the reason I don't do this
All
anymore.
right, you know what? You're right. We'll back off.
Okay.
Keep being
You want to
punked.
give it a shot, Josh?
Go ahead, punk.
WJAR.
Where the news is sealed tight.
See what the news is in a jar, you see.
Hilarious.
You son of a gun.
No, it wasn't very inspired. I like checks better. I'm done engaging punks this morning. I'm over it.
So what did you say?
Don't indulge his punkness.
Where the news has a seal of approval. Where the guys,
Well,
wouldn't that be
back
great?
with that story.
There's a guy stuck on a jar. Let me out of here. So I'm sorry. So they recover a prosthetic leg.
Lifeguard
in
Dakota
the ocean. Did they
Bryson.
recover the rest of the lady?
Did
The
they?
woman was on the beach, you tool. Did
I
you not
thought-
listen?
How do they know this?
Swimming in circles.
She was asking.
How do they? Maybe the shark just couldn't digest that part of her.
That's funny.
Dakota Bryson jumped into action with some snorkel gear and she went searching for the prosthetic leg. Within an hour, it was found and returned to the woman.
Okay.
All right.
So those don't float.
Apparently
No,
not.
This is the disadvantage of not making them out of wood anymore. It's like bats. You can now get.
You know, I think that one disadvantage is probably the many advantages of not using wood.
No, but I mean, if you're swimming with an artificial limb and it could come in handy if a shark attacks you. You can start beating it with the thing. You got that going for you.
Well, ideally, you would bite it,
not a flotation,
come
device.
off, and you would swim off. Yeah,
A decoy leg.
Okay.
Yes, exactly, like a lizard's tail.
Okay, so this lady, they literally found her sea legs.
You know, Chick, he's having fun. I mean, you can't get mad at it.
It's actually pretty fun.
Yet I find a way.
You're forgetting the most important thing. That this is, once again, you're not looking at the downside of this. Sure, she got her artificial limb back.
Yeah.
But this is going to prevent yet another mermaid from walking to shore and becoming a full-fledged human. Wouldn't you think? Here's a stupid question: if you have an artificial limb, wouldn't you take it off before you got into the lake?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
I don't know how they work exactly.
Maybe she was just standing in the water and it came undone or something. I don't know.
Okay.
If I had one, I'd get one that's like a little prop engine, and then it would just push me around. Does
like a
that
little
make sense?
Evinrude in the back.
Mhm.
Oh, that'd be cool. You screw on a propeller foot,
like Inspector Gadget.
That'd be great. Okay, well, they found her leg though.
They
Yes,
did.
they did.
Okay.
Your thoughts on that?
Well, if they don't, they can go to that Lake Mead. They'll be finding a few more there, from what I understand. That water goes down any farther.
Yes.
What are they on? Body number 7, I think it is. When we come back, we have interesting news from the world of pizza. We're going to talk with Kostaki Economopoulos about the NFL, and Joey Chestnut's going to be visiting us right here in the studio. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick desk. Hello. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. And here he is, Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Got some requests we're going to get to. We have, just real quick, the last story that you had, Christy.
Yes, sir.
This woman who had a prosthetic limb that she dropped into the ocean, apparently, somehow. While
Yeah,
swimming.
she lost her leg in the water while
But
at the beach.
A brave
in Rhode
lifeguard
Island.
went and found it. That water's got to be kind of chilly. But the source of that was what television station?
WJAR.
We have a request.
From Jar TV?
Pat?
Yeah.
They would like you to try to do the news if you're inside a jar.
Tonight and traffic is still on another
You know, honey, I don't know why we keep watching this WJA. I can barely get every other word.
Can't understand a word the guy's saying.
And when you can't
We do have an email from a guy
Hello,
with-
Bob and Tom Show.
And this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Curtis C. Flush. And this is some other news.
Hi, Dick.
Good morning. I'm taking the day off today, kids. I decided to go to the horse track. I'm going to place some major wagers on the ponies.
Okay.
And here are a few tips for this afternoon's races at Santa Anita. So get your pens and pencils out.
Okay.
In the first race, I want you to bet large on a horse named Garfield's Litter Box.
Oh.
And look for Edgar Allan Pony to finish in the top 3.
That's great.
In the sixth, I've got your trifecta with, now write these down, Twat Waffle, My Sister's Mustache, and Blumpkin Paradise.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Teleprompter must have jumped there for a second. On a different note, I was thinking of becoming one of those storm chasers, but after seeing some of the recent tornadoes on TV, I've decided to become a storm runner away from her.
You don't get this good video, typically.
A chicken there. Hey, did you see this? Some dude wore a beard of bees for over an hour on his face. Sadly, he was working at a restaurant where all the waiters are super hip, so no one noticed. Nice
like
beard, Trevor.
I see.
Hipster.
In the news, construction crews unearthed a Triceratops fossil in Colorado. A slab of Triceratops ribs was found next to the fossil on a stone vehicle with a Flintstones license plate. Finally, drugs were recently found by customs officials hidden in candles shaped like sex organs. Did you ever notice that all candles start off looking like penises and end up looking like vaginas?
Yeah, they kind of, now that you mention it.
Circle of life, I guess.
It's true.
Finally, here's the bet in the third race at Aqueduct. Odor in the court, followed by Riding Miss Daisy, followed by Slump Buster. That's right. You'll thank me later. Well, this is Dick Hitzwater, sitting in for Curtis C. Flush, and this has been Some Other News. Bye, kids.
Thank you, Dick.
Best to Curtis.
That's kind of a truism. Candles start as kind of a phallus, and then...
Yeah.
Interesting. Circle of life. We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom.
Well, we have a letter.
Oh, another.
Hello, Christy and others.
Uh-huh.
I actually have a prosthetic leg, and I have one that I use just for swimming and one for everyday use.
Oh, all right.
So maybe it does have a flipper on it. I don't know.
Willie's idea is you put an Evinrude thing where the foot is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a prop.
One of those James Bond underwater. Remember that thing where he's got the little.
He held on to it and
he
it
holds
propelled
on
him.
to, and it's got the motor in it.
Thank you, Bubba, for your letter.
Okay. Well, does the water one float?
He did not say. That was the extent of his letter. Should I write him back and ask?
Oh, maybe he's listening. He can let us know.
Thank you.
Now, what else have you got over there?
A pastor in Missouri has apologized for scolding his congregation after they had failed to buy him a luxury watch.
Oh, is that right?
This is some very interesting audio.
This went viral a couple days ago. This guy was telling the congregation how disappointed he was that they hadn't bought him some watch.
Pastor Carlton Funderburk's words were the subject of an online outrage after the Kansas City Defender shared a TikTok video of Funderburk complaining to his congregation at the Church of the Well. In that video, Funderburk says, quote, "You see, that's how I know you're still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because how you've been honoring me."
Honoring
He later tells the congregation that the wholesale store Sam's Club sells luxury Movado watches, adding, quote, "And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is all the way in August, and I still ain't got it."
Uh-oh.
In his apology posted online, Funderburk said, quote, "Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will serve us to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support for me."
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, what a scam. Tax-free, though. Remember that.
When was that a good idea to open up that can of holy heck?
Yeah, but there's the famous painting of Jesus covering the stigmata with a Rolex.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Where's that, Louvre now?
Yeah.
I think they did move it over there.
Is it the Louvre?
I forget.
I would like to see a rapper with a blinged out Jesus.
Yeah.
He's got like a big chain on. That'd be
Pat, your
fun.
thoughts?
Oh, I got something for you.
Oh, okay.
Parishioners, bring my new boat ashore. Hallelujah. You say you can't afford my boat, you bunch of losers. And get me a Movado watch. Hallelujah. You're broke and can't buy me a watch, you bunch of losers. Virgin Mary wanted a watch, would you refuse her? This congregation is very poor, what a bunch of losers. Well, I'm moving to a richer church, what's it to ya? Leaving you in the lurch, what a bunch of losers. I'm out of here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, folks. We certainly appreciate it. Coming up, comedian Kostaki Economopoulos. Joey Chestnut will be joining us in studio, world champion eater. He's going for another world record tonight, as a matter of fact. It'll be in the world of popcorn eating.
Oh.
And he has a special technique, which I'm going to let Joey tell you about when he gets here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hi, everybody.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hello.
I'm Chick McGee.
Somebody,
God knows what he's doing.
did you just drop a toolbox?
What is wrong with you?
There's Tom Griswold.
Trying to open this cream.
Let me give it to me. No, don't. You have a razor in your hand.
Oh, no.
You're going to cut your wrists.
This cream is impossible to open.
I don't know about that.
Once and for all, perforated edge.
Perforated
Right.
edge
That's where you
right there
start,
that
yeah.
we've always told you about.
Right
Tom.
there.
Right.
Hit it.
Pull it.
You gotta twist it.
And you're
Pretty
all
simple.
open. It's all
Well,
open.
that's a trick.
Put the.
I know you had
Put
to
the razor
Houdini
away.
this stuff.
You're like an emo singer. Get rid of that thing. My goodness.
Could I have a little dose of the old cream there? This is a nice organic
When
cream.
I open creamer, I cut myself. I cut myself.
I want to thank those great American dairy farmers.
What are you doing now?
I'm just preparing. I got to shake it up a little bit.
Oh, God.
Shake it up.
Real cream. Got to get that.
Oh, it'll be enjoyable for you, yeah.
Yeah. This is from American cows. I'm telling you.
American cows.
Yeah. Well, there's some very fine Canadian cows also.
I'm
Just
sure, but I don't.
hardest
Moo, eh?
hardest working people in
Great,
show
eh?
business. I like
Dairy
the
farmers.
Moo joke. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was delayed. Josh and I were discussing the meaning of life.
Oh, yes?
We figured it out.
Yeah, Gotcha.
Oh, you
But
wanna
we
share
decided
it?
that none of you deserve the answer.
I forgot. Before we get back to Christy Lee at the news desk, I'll remind you that coming up, it's going to be Kostaki Economopoulos talking about some football with Kostaki. He's a big football fan. Also, I'll remind you, we have coming up our Pigskin Pick'em competition. Every week, we'll give away one of those beautiful big green egg minis. Oh, those are handy. They're beautiful. And we had a great time last year. And if you're our weekly winner, you get to come on the air with us and talk with Chick McGee about football.
Yeah, if he feels like talking that morning.
Oh, wow. That's good.
See? Being a punk. King Punk is what he is.
Okay. Now, we have a request I wanted to squeeze in here. I'm not sure where you live, oh great listener of ours, but I guarantee that you're probably running into some road construction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Some of it very necessary. Some of it, I don't know if it
You
really...
just think you think some of it's not necessary. They're just trying to start something.
I think some of it is a matter of, well, we need to get this money, so we're gonna
there you go.
We're gonna rebuild this interchange, even though we rebuilt it last year.
Do you think there's someone in the city council going, "Okay, how does Tom Griswold drive around town? Let's make sure he can't."
All of my shortcuts are ruined. I can't get anywhere.
You really think that?
Yeah, he does.
You have this deep, intense paranoia.
He sure does.
They had all summer to fix that street in front of the kids' school. All of a sudden, the day before school starts, tear it up. Okay,
my favorite Queen
Good
song.
timing. We have a request from a trucker out there, and you know how much we love the truckers doing a great job out there. We appreciate it. This says this comes to us from.
What?
I want to pronounce his name correctly. Is it Elisteo or Elistio?
I'm not sure.
Elisteo, probably.
Elisteo. Elisteo Martinez or Elistio. Sorry, Elisteo. I think
Either way is cool.
Elisteo's pretty cool.
I wanted so bad for you to be like, how do I pronounce this properly? Okay, is it David? What is this?
It could be David. But Elisteo sounds like a great lover, doesn't he?
Make love to someone tonight.
Elisteo, your middle finger is like a vibrator.
Oh my
God!
I wouldn't say
See,
that.
right now,
Not particularly subtle.
No. Right now, he thinks he's helping.
And in reality, he's creeping people out.
He's
sorry,
messing up big time.
Has my punkishness rubbed off?
I think it might have.
He's driving a truck, and I want to say a special hello to Andrew, he says. I'm happy to do that. And Ellisdale, he wants to hear a little bit of this about that.
Orange barrels, everywhere I see. Orange barrels, looking back at me. Look at Larry, Darrell, and Darrell standing next to the orange barrel, looking back at me. They have signs that say slow down. I drive 25 through town. Their faces are dark and dirty and brown. They're looking back at me. Orange barrels, everywhere I see. Orange barrels, why can't I be free? Look at Larry, Darrell, and Darrell standing next to the orange barrel in their orange vest apparel, looking back at me. They stand in their stinking sweat. I haven't seen them working yet. They have to pee in a portalet, and their butt crack smiles at me. If I could fly, I'd leave this world behind, and I'd free up my mind from this debris. And the orange barrels looking back at me. Orange barrels, everywhere I see. Orange barrels, looking back at me. Look at Larry, Darrell, and Darrell standing next to the orange barrel in their orange vest apparel. They piss off my girlfriend Carol, who's sitting next to me. We drive through the rain and snow to orange barrels. Here we go. Will the work get done? Well, no one knows. It remains a mystery. Orange barrels, orange barrels, orange barrels, orange barrels.
Orange barrels, sending that out to our trucker friend Elisteo.
Boy, you know that they have to deal. Oh boy, so much.
Their patience.
Trav, I know.
That of a
Do you mind
saint.
can I sing for you?
Oh, please do.
Elisteo, it's Drive a trucker today. Oh.
Drive a trucker today.
Once again, if you're still listening, congratulations.
What a beautiful name, though.
It's truly an insane morning. It's just a crazy, insane morning.
Estelle, make love to someone tonight.
Yeah, that's...
even if it's
in the back of a
they're
truck.
both good, man.
You think you might be Elistio? Oh, darn it. Sorry.
I bet he's Elisteo at home. Elistio.
Does he stay at home?
I remember as a kid going to an Indians game, and they would introduce this one guy as Martinez.
Oh, as opposed to Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just because
Maybe they were the dry cleaning people.
that would be Martinez.
Come back in an hour.
Christy, you get the day off. That's the funniest joke we've heard all day.
That is silly.
What is Martinizing anyway?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, that was a big deal back in the
I don't know.
60s.
I'm
Martinized.
a big fan of.
I thought that's when you put Ricky Martin on a track. You do a remix, put Ricky Martin on there. He Martinized.
I like the Ricky Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Josh does not care for what I say.
You were going to give me an inch with
that one.
Way to go. Way to go, Willie.
Livin' La Vida Loca. Oh, that's
Here we go.
Oh,
that's a great song.
Yeah. Hey, a new survey out there has determined the average person.
Wait a second. What am I hearing?
Right now.
You want it? Livin' La Vida Loca. Okay,
Is
never
that
mind.
the mono version of the mono version?
Yeah.
What is that? Is
That was a live version recorded off an AM radio.
That was really sounded
Why
great.
wasn't he saying "Livin' La Vida Loca"? Was he saying English? Was that a different song?
It's a different song.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, as close as we could come. Ace, we're not magicians here.
He's that guy. I bet he can have any woman he wants.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't want him.
He doesn't? Oh, is he married or something?
Actually, he is.
Oh, he is married.
Oh, okay.
But not
I bet she is gorgeous.
Well, to each his own. You know what we need to do right now?
What?
Cleanse the palate.
Rules that sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby.
Well, this'll help.
My daddy's a huge, nut for the Beatles. Everything. He's obsessed about the Beatles.
I get that.
Really? And he's got everything. He's missing like one song from his record collection.
What's that?
He needs help.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Oh, my God.
That is dry at best.
Yeah.
What?
I also had trouble buying into the premise.
We all know that your dad's not a Beatles.
Okay, well.
You said yourself you don't know where your dad is. Okay?
Josh, that is a punk move right there.
Did I punk it up again?
Yeah, it's classic punk behavior.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you very much.
At least it's something.
I don't know what your mission was.
I guess
but...
to cleanse the palate. We'd all forgotten what comedy is.
Just starting from zero.
Okay. Where were we?
A new survey has determined the average person posts over how many times on social media in their lifetime? You want to guess?
Oh, lifetime. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, I have no idea.
But this is like age factors into this,
Yeah,
and
everybody. Yeah.
10,000 times.
This is a projection, obviously, of what they would.
Okay.
The One Poll survey reveals average person will spend 36% of their life online. The average adult posts 276 posts on Instagram, 170 on Facebook, and 141 tweets every year. And in a lifetime, that amounts to 17,369 Instagram posts, 9,369 Instagram stories, 10,680 Facebook posts, and 8,911 tweets. Of the 2,000 adults surveyed, 47% said they worry about putting too much of their lives online.
Mm-hmm. What's kind of funny about that story?
What?
Read. What's the headline?
Your digital footprint might shock you. Average person posts 10,000 plus times on social media in their lifetime.
25 years ago, that headline would have no meaning.
Right. Nobody would know what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's how much the world has changed. So, 10,000. So they're saying 10,000 posts in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So 5,000 are pictures of food.
Mm-hmm.
And then
3,000. Go ahead, Willie.
1,000 misinformation. Me just throwing stuff out there.
3,000 are your legs in front of a beach.
Right.
Oh, I love
This
that.
is my office.
Yeah.
My office today.
My office for the week.
Gosh, I hate that.
Is there a way we could prevent those people from voting just based on that? if they send that out in any fashion?
Oh, there's a way.
I don't mind the picture. I'm like, oh, good for you. We're relaxing. But then I go, put the phone down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've
truly relax, please.
I have come around on pictures of food. I do kind of like that because I'm getting a lot of food recommendations on that.
Oh, good.
But I don't like someone tried to take a picture of my food before I ate it. Get that phone out of here. I'm trying to eat this. I'm trying to eat this burger.
How many posts do you have on your Instagram account?
I just looked. It's like 1,151.
I have 725.
I have a big fat 0. Thank you, America. You're welcome.
Yeah?
Well,
unless you
it's
count
not for everybody.
Bob and Tom
Yeah.
social media.
I don't. I'm not there.
Oh,
okay. And you have to know, I do post a lot of your stuff on my Instagram. Your tax documents I post on there.
Those were fascinating.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Yeah.
Social Security number. I like that one. That post was good.
That was good.
I'm glad I talked you out of sexting anymore, Pat.
Yeah, I had to stop you.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have a girlfriend and all.
No.
Does she know about what you do in the morning when you wake up?
She knows that I come to work here some weeks. When I'm not, when I'm not feeling well, I'll stay at home.
So now, are we going to do are we taking off the December, January, February thing again this year?
No, hopefully not.
No major surgeries for Patty this year, man.
No way. I'm feeling good.
There you go. 100%. Yeah.
What day are you doing yoga?
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for now, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Very hard. And I went to hot yoga on Friday by mistake, sort of.
What does that mean?
It's like 105 degrees in there.
That's when everyone's sweating and
That's where you
stinks.
pass out.
It's horrible.
Well, hey,
I hope you kept saying, "Is it hot in here?"
I'll tell you what, that kind of physical activity certainly has its upside, and that
upside?
You know what that reminds me?
Thank you, Josh. Coming up, the upside of the NFL with Kostaki Economopoulos. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the Upside sidekick desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hanging out.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Coming up, Joey Chestnut, world champion eater, will be our in-studio guest. He is preparing to tackle the world record for popcorn eating.
We don't have to challenge him to anything here today, do we?
No.
Oh, good.
Not ready.
We're not going to.
Oh, you're not ready. Like you.
If you give me 10 minutes at home, no questions, I'm ready.
Do you remember
And I'm ready for Kostaki, too.
Do you remember the shrimp contest Ace was supposed to be a part
Yes,
of?
I do.
What happened there again?
He totally just tanked it.
Just so we could have free shrimp?
So we could have like a couple free shrimp.
I see. Kostaki Economopoulos, comedian, has joined us from Los Angeles, California. I don't know if you heard Kostaki, but Al Jackson's looking for a roommate.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah,
You want to move to Denver?
Yeah, it seems the show may be bad luck.
We'll have to hang out.
Yeah, you would think we would have caught on to that earlier than this, that this show's bad luck, but apparently
Yeah.
You have a nice plant now, I see.
I got a plant. I got a new mic stand. I'm moving up in the world. It's baby steps over here.
Do you have anything hanging on the walls yet?
No, not really. No. I haven't gotten that far.
Once again, Kostaki Economopoulos is what was that phrase? Uncoupling.
Moving out.
No. I'm trying to put a nice spin on this. What was
Conscious uncoupling? Is that what it was?
It was something.
Oh, that's a nice phrase. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin.
Yeah, conscious
It's
uncoupling.
good.
That's what it means when your wife tells you to hit the bricks. That's what that is.
No, it's not. I like the running my own life part. Turns out that part's good. It's nice.
How's it going?
When I want. Go to bed when I eat. When I want. Drive. I feel like Britney Spears. I'm free.
And Kostaki, I like that you're also posting naked selfies on your Instagram.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What?
That's what Britney Spears is doing. You're not checking those out?
No, I didn't gotta catch up.
Look at how flustered he got there.
Well, somebody's going to have a busy signal when I call him after this break. Kostaki Economopoulos, stand-up comedian and proprietor of
All Pro Lines.
All Pro
Yeah,
Lines.
football jokes. Come join us at all your favorite social media outlets.
Now, I thought we would start this segment with a little song from Mr. Godwin for you, Kostaki. As you know, Tom Brady famously missed a week of practice, more or less. And he was missing there for a while. And you remember the headlines? They thought perhaps he was going to show up on a TV show. And Pat, you wrote a tribute when Mr. Brady was still missing in action.
Yeah, folks are going crazy a couple days ago. Brady! Where's Brady? Oh, no.
Season come and he's not back in camp. Brady, that's not Brady, the Brady. No. Season come and the team wants him back. Work all day on a goalpost run. Brady's in the Bahamas soaking up sun. Yeah. Come, Mr. Brady, man, win us a Super Bowl. Practice starts, the quarterback's not here. He's getting tanner man, while the team's kicking field goals. Tom's in Blue Waters drinking colic beer. 6'5", 6', 7 foot guys are learning how to block so he's not paralyzed. Tampa fans look up to him, he's idolized now. The coach wants him back. Brady's been advised. Brady, oh no, leave Giselle and the kids, get your ass home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice tribute.
Nice.
Yeah, he was in the Bahamas at some nice resort, apparently.
Yeah, that's one of my daydreams, that Brady would just go missing. I'm sad it's over.
Well, they were concerned about him because he was on the raft, but it deflated.
Yeah, he's trying.
Kostaki had to take a minute. What was he talking about?
See, the deflate game, you see Kostaki.
He's not letting go.
A little football
The thing
reference
with the football.
there.
What was that, 2014? Wasn't that 2004?
It was a while back.
Yeah, it was a while.
Kostaki, don't you think, couldn't he have taken this week off like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's an interesting time.
Is this going to be the new thing? All the great quarterbacks are going to go, look, I know the game. Practice, I'm out.
If you take time off when you're supposed to take time off, no one notices that you've taken time off. That's
yeah.
Hasn't he earned it? Hasn't he earned the right to
But
do
I think...
You know why you agree with him? Because Brady's a punk, too.
He's not a team player.
Be out there with your receivers.
Sure, he's a team player.
No, he's not.
Supposed to get to know these wide receivers.
Right.
They're all brand new.
He's got new receivers.
No, they get to know him.
Oh.
Well, they can't. He's not there.
This. You watch game tape.
You know what's good as practice. Now, Kostaki, with my absolute zero knowledge of the situation, do you think if Brady has a rough first couple games, they're going to go, oh, well, this is because he missed those practices?
Yes, that's true.
Well,
he did set himself up for that, which that would be great. I would love that storyline. Please fail.
What does he have? 7 Super Bowl rings? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's too many.
Okay,
At least one too many.
Now, if someone wants to participate in your your collective, if you will, your
yeah, come join us. All Pro Lines, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Even we got a couple videos up on what's the other one? TikTok. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, we're out there. Come find us. It's memes, and you can fill in the blank jokes, and you just get a little football comedy in your feed. That's all we ask.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
those caption contests are really fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. We'll be doing more.
Nobody wants to see Brady get an eighth just so that he can do that thing with his fingers.
Well, yeah, there's that.
on every finger but the thumbs.
Did you see me just doing that over here?
No, but that would be so awesome.
It's like one more. Come on, I got to fill out the set.
Cover of Sports Illustrated.
Oh yeah.
He wears them all to dinner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a punk would.
Oh no, like just the greatest gypsy in the world.
Christy, as a woman, and speaking for all women, of course.
Of course.
What's the limit on men with jewelry for you?
What do you mean?
How about a pinky ring?
Pinky ring, like rings on like more than a couple of rings.
A gentleman wears a wedding ring, if applicable, and a wristwatch. That's it.
Okay.
That's all they do.
Or
what if your man suddenly decided to start wearing a toe ring?
Wow. First, I haven't checked for monkeypox.
my guy wears like a big. Wow. He wears a championship ring because he was involved in motorsports.
Wow.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm limited. I just wear a watch.
And he wears a watch.
And a dookie rope.
You mean like... Oh, okay, you're being silly. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you mean like the Steven Tylers of the world. They'll wear a lot of rings, a lot of jewelry. Those like
I think it's cool.
Leather bracelets
Depends on
and
who
such.
you are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're a rock and roll dude, yeah, of course. You can get away with that.
I don't even
Johnny Depp looks cool wearing a
If I got
bunch
married, I don't even want to wear the wedding ring. So
Why?
I'm gonna have to
Make it too hard to
My
cheat?
dad never did.
Make it too hard
How'd that
to
go for
cheat.
him with his wedding?
Well, they eventually got divorced. But it was.
What are you laughing at?
But that wasn't because he wasn't wearing a wedding ring. It was because he was out picking up women because he wasn't wearing a wedding ring.
So you're saying which comes first?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I think it's false advertising. You should have to wear a wedding ring.
I think your dad.
I got you.
Now, Kostaki, were you a wedding ring wearer?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got that thing. I still have it.
You still have it?
I lost her interest, but I got that ring.
Oh, sorry to bring that up.
Who pays for the male's wedding?
There's nothing more useless in the whole world than the ring to a marriage that's over. You can never use it again for anything, right? Even if like 10 years from now I get married again, my new girl's like, let's go get rings. Like, I got one.
No, you can't do that. Bad karma.
You could melt it down and turn it into like a butt plug or something.
You could do that.
You're going to melt it down, Kostaki? Make it a butt plug?
Interesting first idea.
It would be like an easy-going butt plug. It's just a ring you're melting down.
Very comfortable.
Now you've got a friend up your
You take this lawful ass to me.
Oh, my gosh.
It's weird to me that wedding rings are so, like a tattoo is really, wedding rings and tattoos should change places in terms of permanence. You know what I mean? You can just take a wedding ring off. Has always been kind of odd.
That's become quite popular, hasn't it?
Well, actually, Kostaki, Mr. Godwin will verify this. We were talking to a woman in Kentucky. Remember this? And she specializes in removing tattoos, and she said the most common one is to remove the wedding ring tattoo.
Yep.
And it's also apparently the most painful for some reason, I guess.
Ooh, must be.
Well, there's not a lot of meat there. I mean, it's right on your bone.
It's probably
almost.
second to taint.
Yeah. Well, and to me, the only appropriate taint tattoo, of course, is your mom's name. Your mom. Your mom, not mine.
Isn't that a lovely gesture?
Mrs. Arnold?
Yeah.
I took the liberty of taking a selfie of my taint. Josh asked me to put your name there.
Do you feel honored?
Hey, Kostaki, I'm sorry. We've usurped your time.
Yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to do?
Well, we could do some football jokes. The beginning of sort of the unofficial kickoff to the season, Hard Knocks, right? You guys watching Hard Knocks on HBO this year?
No, it's the Lions this year, though, right?
It's the Lions.
It's kind of boring, but I watched a couple episodes. Yeah.
It's poisonous to my heart. It's making me like the Detroit Lions. That's no good, right? I'm a Falcons fan. I've got enough problems. Now I'm set up to be sad when the Lions lose. This is no path to happiness. Tom Griswold sent me a story. Green Bay has a new training machine. It's called the Jugs Machine on steroids.
Mm-hmm. I love this story.
The name of it is the Seeker, which sounds like a sex toy. By the way, is there anything more disappointing when you're finding out the first time what it is than a jugs machine? Right?
Yeah.
No breasts.
It's the automatic quarterback machine
that throws the
footballs. But this new one, it's substantially better, I guess you'd say.
Oh,
right. It could throw 500 passes an hour.
Isn't the Jugs Machine on steroids Caitlyn Jenner's nickname?
Nice. This thing is a lot like Aaron Rodgers. It, too, is unvaccinated, has no warm feelings about management, and no ties to family.
There we go. See, well worth it.
But the big story this week, of course, Deshaun Watson has finally been suspended for 11 weeks, or as Deshaun thinks of it, 77 massages. It's about that.
He did the math.
With the bye, Deshaun's expected to start week 13. Start what? Acting like a gentleman? That would be good. That would be nice.
Did you see this
first game back?
I'm sorry. We were talking about this earlier. The first game back, Baker Mayfield taking on his former Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that's an interesting first game back too, right? And Deshaun is playing the Houston Texans in his first game back.
Right.
Is the NFL good at narratives or what? And that, of course, begins a string of very tough games for the Browns against Karma. They'll be playing against Karma.
Yes, that's going to be hard.
Karma.
Watson's being fined $5 million, which, to be fair, is the biggest fine in NFL history. But we have to remember the context here. He just signed the biggest guaranteed contract ever, and $5 million is about 2% of his 5-year deal of $230 million. It's crazy. It's like me getting a $200 speeding ticket. that story is absurd. Just to be clear, I'm on the side of women in this one. I'll be rooting against him for the next 10 years. But anyway, there was a scuffle at the Patriots-Panthers practice. A fan was injured. How close are the fans in this situation? Is that the premier ticket? Get up close and personal? Get pile drived by a lineman? All right, that's a good ticket. We should do this joke every year, so I'm going to go ahead and do it here. Rookie quarterback Matt Corral is going to miss the season with a Liz Frank injury. I know a lot about this injury. I read the entire Liz Frank diary.
The cousin.
Yeah, you ought to be quiet.
Okay.
Panthers offensive coordinator Ben McAdoo had a weird quote about his quarterback room. He said, and I quote, "As long as we don't resort to cannibalism, I think we're going to get out of this pretty good." Where is this training facility? How remote is it? Is this a rugby team crashing in the Andes? What's happening?
McAdoo, McAdoo, McAdoo.
McAdoo's a great name. He also said this,
Roger
which is a
Miller
great
said?
image. He left his crystal ball in his other pants. That's such a great image. Is that the future in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Some big
That's
pants
right.
to hold a crystal ball.
That's right. That's right. That's probably the closer. That's probably enough.
Yeah, I got booed this morning when I mentioned this, Kostaki. Deshaun Watson, obviously he is suspended for the regular season games, the first, 9? What was the final result?
11,
yeah. But so he will be watching from his massage table with a floppy erection. So I just...
this guy.
A semi. We explained Chrissy that.
I didn't know what a floppy erection was.
He learned from his mistakes. When he meets a masseuse now, he has to see her license. And, of course, by license, he means vagina.
Didn't a grand jury find him not guilty of any misconduct?
Well,
Criminal behavior, I think.
Criminal.
Okay.
Not guilty of being a criminal.
I got it. I got you.
And again, these kind of crimes are very hard to prove because there's two people in a room.
Right.
And one of the parties has just received a huge check.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, there were some. All right. Well,
There's money exchange
Messy.
hands. Yes. Kostaki, once again, you can be found at All Pro Lines, and feel free to participate. We'd love to hear from you. Also, Kostaki, any road work coming up for you?
Yeah, I'm doing Colorado Springs this weekend and Bakersfield, California in a couple weeks.
You're going to be at Looney's in Colorado Springs starting what? Is that Friday?
That's this Friday. Yeah, I haven't been there in years. I like that place. It'll be nice to get back there.
Well, good morning, Colorado Springs. And then September 9th, Bakersfield, The Well Comedy Club.
Brand new comedy club.
I'm sure you'll do well.
Do well then.
Yeah, of course, thanks. So the single life's going okay for you?
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Are you dating? Are you dating yet?
I am not dating. I am not even not even have a toe in that pool. I feel like I've just spent a few years like being bossed around. Like I don't even want to listen to the lady on the GPS right now. You know what I mean?
You're not the boss of me.
Okay.
I'll figure out how to get there, lady. Okay. You know, I need a little time for me, and I'll get back.
Well, and I admire you for going in toe first. Most men go a different appendage. Okay, thanks, Kostaki.
See you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Kostaki Economopoulos. Great stand-up. Don't miss him in Colorado Springs at Looney's this weekend. That'll be a great show. When we come back, the Big Mac is in the news. Mm-hmm. Very interesting news about the Big Mac. Also, we have the Lantern Fly. Sounds like a superhero. It isn't. We'll find out what it is. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey, buddy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We should probably call Kostaki back.
Why's that?
Why?
We forgot to tell him about the name of Chick's fantasy football team. The Guardians of the Commanders.
Let's do it next week.
The Guardians of the Commanders.
Okay.
Wrong name.
Two generic names.
Very, very powerful.
Coming up, Joey Chestnut, the world champion eater, is going to be our in-studio guest.
All right.
Tonight, Mr. Chestnut goes for another record, which is the popcorn eating record. And he has a special technique we're going to find out about coming up from the man himself.
I shouldn't ask questions.
Does he eat all the kernels first, then pop them in his tummy?
No, they
heats it up a little bit?
By the pound,
the
by the
popcorn
box?
is popped. It's by the box.
By the box.
Yes, we'll find out all the details.
Is it caramel corn?
Again, I don't know. I doubt if it's
I get
caramel
it.
corn.
It's probably cheddar corn. You're probably holding out.
Kettle corn?
I wonder how many boxes I could eat in one night.
Cheese popcorn?
Of popcorn?
Oh, we're talking about popcorn?
Yes.
Oh.
You
boxes.
That was cute.
Okay,
That was
Pat.
cute.
Could we do your new song? You've got a new album on the way out. Mm-hmm. All right, it's coming out, I should say, or as they say now, your new album will be dropping
October 7th. Yeah,
you don't like that?
No, it's annoying.
I think it's kind of cool industry.
It's this phony insider.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Why don't we make a list of things that you do like?
We don't have. I can do that.
Plate spinning.
Okay.
Bassoons.
That's
he loved bassoons.
That's such phony insider.
Bassoons.
So Drake, when does the new one drop?
Anyway, Pat.
So Pat, your new album will be dropping. We hope it's
What's it called?
rising in the charts.
Christmas bonus.
Oh.
It's going to have
Tom's
some nice
title.
Christmassy songs, but
Halloween.
you have a song about your uncle. It's kind of a sing-along.
Jeez, okay.
And I really like this song.
Apparently not what you
Not
had
yet,
planned
but
at all.
yet,
Not at all.
I like to prove that this show is live. That we don't really have a plan.
I think we do that almost every minute. Must be live, otherwise it would be better. Is what people say.
People are not mystified that we don't have a plan.
Wait, you're telling me this isn't rehearsal for the afternoon show we're doing later?
Everybody else has got it all written down, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now Pat, this is a true story about your uncle, right?
Sure, semi-true. Yeah, here we go. All right, it's true. Our tipsy at Thanksgiving, and only 17. The cherry cokes, don't tell our folks, our rum and grenadine. You know who's responsible for our inebriation? Dad's younger brother, drunk at every occasion. Drunk at uncle. He pisses off your mom, the one who buys you beer for your senior prom. Hey, drunk at uncle, sick on the side of the road. Christmas Day, he spent the night hogging a commode. Hey! Gonna come out. I'm an uncle now and have lots of nephews and nieces. I give them a sip of beer and they love me all to pieces. I sing them silly songs and tell them dirty jokes. I say, give them a shot on New Year's Eve. Please don't tell your folks. Hey, drunk uncle. One in every family in a trio of brothers. The odds are 1 in 3. My brother Jim is a judge. Jack's a PhD. With bloodshot eyes, I realize the drunken uncle's me. Oh!
Bloodshot eyes, he realized the drunken uncle's him.
Hey.
Drunken uncle. Drunken uncle. At weddings, I'm a blast. I'll fall into the cake and grab your mother's ass. Hey, drunken uncle. I think I'm real funny, but no one laughs when they lend me a grand and never get back their money. All right. Never get back your money.
Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle Pat.
Everybody's got the drunken uncle, right,
Oh,
Christy?
of course. Yeah.
Josh, did you have a drunken uncle?
Have one. I am one.
I don't have a drunk one, but we do have Uncle Pills. Boy, he's fun.
Here comes old Uncle Pills.
Now, Christy,
rattling down the sidewalk.
You had Grandma V.O.
Correct.
And V.O.
She drank a lot of iced tea. Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, the V.O. has that iced tea color, does it?
Yeah, she'd go get Grandma's special iced tea, is what she called it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I don't know if it's funny, but she didn't start drinking until late in life, like really late. But boy, when she did, she was a champ.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that started smoking at 50.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
He stopped when he was about 61 because he died.
Oh, okay.
But, that'll happen.
Funny stuff.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered the late life lesbian thing?
Why would that go hand in hand with drinking?
You might want
going with this?
You might want to get a taste before you
picking up something late in life. Yeah,
little nip before a nip.
Okay.
I'm very happy. I don't.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we've been trying to spoil that for years.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Now, coming up, we have a little bit of news. We got a lot of food, and so we'll get an update on the world champion eater Joey Chestnut himself in the studio, talking about his attempt coming up this evening to break the world popcorn eating record. And we'll find out how he's going to do it, what his technique is, and more. And we'll also find out about the big controversy this summer on July 4th. Remember this?
The hot dog thing. He got attacked in the middle of his...
Didn't miss a beat.
Did not miss a beat.
Yeah.
Rushed, if you will.
Yeah, we'll find out how that went and what that's all about when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, chick.
Eating popcorn. We'll explain why.
How about
here in a
that?
minute. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with a special guest.
That's right. I look across the room. There he is. It's Joey Chestnut, world champion eater. And hey, Joey, how are you this morning?
Doing good. Good to be back with you guys.
And you are tonight going to be going for the world record for popcorn eating.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a popcorn competition before?
Yeah, I got beat. So I'm trying to beat the guy's record who beat me.
A rematch, if you will.
Wow. How many did you... It's by the box, it's my understanding. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the original record is... the record right now is 28.5 24-ounce servings.
Okay.
And each one of these boxes will have 2 servings.
In what period of time?
8 minutes.
Wow.
So it's 15 of these, essentially?
Yeah, I got to try to eat 15 of them.
15 boxes of popcorn.
Yeah.
And they're a little smaller than a cereal box.
In 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
I assume you're not eating it like I do, one kernel at a time.
No, I'm going to grab the right size, a handful, squeeze a little bit, chew a little bit, but also I got to lean on the water. So I'm gonna it's hot water actually. Hot water will help break it down quickly.
Okay.
So, do you have a fistful of popcorn? Do you pour the water in your hand?
Well, I'll maybe a little bit, but really I'm just trying to get it in my mouth as fast as possible, and then take a chug of water and get it down. Just keep it sliding.
Down the hatch, Tom.
Yeah.
Now, Christy has just had 3 kernels of popcorn, so that's her daily ration.
Yeah.
She's full.
Yeah.
That'll be.
I might have 4.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good
Now,
popcorn.
will there be and this is one of my favorite words, an adjudicator there to weigh the popcorn and make sure that it's on the up and up?
Well, they're the baseball team. They're going to be making sure it's the right size servings.
Okay. Will it be salted and buttered?
Salted and buttered. Ooh. The salt is it tastes good, but it's going to be painful.
And these boxes are full.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
they're like
Not like potato chips.
they don't mess
They're
around.
not, it's packed in there.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut is our guest. Joey is
Ace wants a full box.
And apparently wants to dig the potato chip people a little bit.
Now, Joey, before we get to other contests that you have won and other things that you have eaten over the years, and I know that you have a number of records, is there, I'm sure you get asked this all the time, is there a favorite food of all these that if you had to just sit down and... Would it be the delicious St. Elmo shrimp, perhaps? Or
those are world famous.
Those are famous, and they're delicious, and they digest super clean.
Super clean.
But irrespective of what you'd want, let me re-ask the question. What I mean to say is, of all the competitions, what is the most tasty, if there is even a taste anymore, of all these foods?
Of course I taste it, yeah. The shrimp are really good, but I also love chicken wings.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
chicken
sure.
wings
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't get tired of them. I have a technique, and I love. Yeah, it's something that.
Can you share your technique, or is that a secret?
If the two bone, if I'm in a restaurant, I'll kind of twist bones.
Yep.
And I can suck the meat off.
For the flats?
Yeah.
I call them the flats.
The flats.
Yeah.
And then the drums, I just kind of roll, and I can do it one-handed roll. Yep. And keep one hand on the beer, so I only have to get one hand dirty.
Is there any ranch or blue cheese involved in this?
I love blue cheese.
Cool. All right.
Blue cheese is the way to go.
Sorry, I'm out.
No.
I don't like the blue cheese.
Got to be the buffalo sauce.
If I were president, there'd be a federal law. Blue cheese has to be dyed blue so you don't mistakenly dip into it, hoping it's ranch and get that awful blue cheese taste. That's all.
Right. Joey, I have some buddies, and these people are just children. They eat the chicken wing, and they don't clean it at all. It's just they have one little bite, they put it away. It's disgusting.
Oh, that's
it's
no good.
wasteful.
Well, that's
exactly.
exactly like a child.
In competition, is there like a regulation? Do you have to clean a certain percentage of the wing?
So they'll stop giving you new wings. They're like, so they give you a plate of a 5-pound tray of wings, and then they you put all your debris in the same thing, and they'll weigh it again. But if you're not eating clean at all, they'll say, "Oh, you got to clean those bones a little bit better."
Every restaurant should follow this law. I love this.
Is that right?
Now, Joey, with my kids, if they don't eat their dinner, they're allowed to have cereal. Would that be cool in the middle of a competition? One of the guys, well, you're not cleaning your chicken wings. Here's a bowl of shredded wheat.
Punishment.
Yes.
Shredded
For
wheat
most of
sounds
us, yes.
like punishment. Yeah.
I love shredded wheat.
You
Now, do you ever eat cereal?
Oh my God, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that's the finest.
And I think isn't
It's a
that the
good
highest in calories per capita?
I think so, but
It doesn't matter. The CTC is the way to go.
Okay, that is in fact delicious. Once again, our guest is Joey Chestnut. Tonight he'll be attempting the popcorn record. Do you practice with popcorn?
Well, I've done some practice. Yeah, and it's painful because those the kernels they're like little razor blades.
Oh.
And the salt, it's just my mouth was raw for like 3 days.
He
So.
practiced eating 15 boxes of popcorn while watching The Irishman.
Yes, he had 12 hours to...
Long film, Joey.
long movie.
It's a lengthy one.
Have you been approached ever by, I don't know, Tums or one of the antacid companies? I would think that would be a natural to have Joey Chestnut, world champion eater for Gaviscon or something.
Oh, what did I do? I did a bunch of appearances. Actually, that's how I gave up my day job. I used to work construction management, and then I got hired by Pepto-Bismol. And
Perfect.
I went around the country, did a bunch of there were food festivals, and I was wearing a Pepto-Bismol jersey, challenging people to eat. And it was like, yeah, I'm living the dream.
Yeah, I would think with your championship belt and everything, it might be time for another sponsorship.
Yeah.
Who would be appropriate? Tums, Rolaids,
Sure.
Melanta.
Maybe even your toilet papers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Metamucil.
Oh, I got to deal with dude wipes.
Oh, see, that's perfect.
They're the
That's
best.
perfect.
Oh my
Dude
God!
wipes.
No more
Yeah.
chafing.
Yeah.
And dude wipes. This is a pre-moistened.
That's right.
males.
It's a flushable. wipe.
Why is it only for males? I would think that function is
Maybe the
relatively-
smell, probably.
I think it's also because you can. It's not just for number two. You can, from what I understand, you can. If let's say you've been jogging and you're
Yes.
going to go
Well,
out,
like eliminate the ball
Kinda like a-
cheese.
that's
Eliminate the
one
ball
way to
cheese.
put it.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't want you to use that word in their copy. I feel like they're not going to be happy about the term ball cheese.
I think it's a marketing thing. I don't think
see.
you want to walk into the store as a dude and go, I need some baby wipes, for.
Also, the smell.
No
there.
shame at all. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right. Now, once again, we're talking with Joey Chestnut. He'll be attempting this world record this evening of popcorn. Do you have is there a large clock in front of you, or do you have a coach telling you you got 2 minutes left?
Oh yeah, they're going to put a clock on the big screen and the jumbotron, and there'll be several people yelling at me at times.
Do you have a what's the word I'm looking? Do you remember how Mike Tyson used to have a
verbal support
guy that would? Do you have a
hype man?
Yeah, like a second, if you will. If you were in a duel, you'd show up and you'd have your
You're the man, Joey.
Your second would talk to his second before you start firing.
That's So the guy from St. Elmo, who I actually became really good friends with, he's pretty much my guy. He'll be yelling at me, making sure that I'm on pace and pushing me.
Good.
And what if you're not doing well? What does he start doing?
He'll tell me I got to do better. You're eating like a baby.
That's right.
Are you a baby? Huh? Keep chewing.
Gotta swallow it.
Do you ever want a shrimp cocktail again?
Babies don't eat shrimp cocktail. But
Is there? I'll be delicate here, and I can say this.
Much like the ball cheese Murmar.
Well, I'll put my
delicate it up. Buddy.
my niece, who's
You're doing great, Tom. You're doing great.
My niece is a brilliant physician. Actually,
Yes, she is.
When she was in college, she was on the crew team.
Okay,
and I actually have a recording. The rowing team. A recording of them in this regatta, and the coxswain, if you will, ironically named, even in women's.
Okay.
She the amount of cursing, and this verbal support is you lazy.
Yeah.
Are you going to be treated to that kind of raw?
Absolutely,
intense.
Like Brandon, he's my friend, but this is like his one chance he gets to yell at me.
Okay.
He's
there
like,
you go.
It gets R-rated?
Oh yeah. He's like, you need to pick up the pace. He'll say
careful
things you can't say.
We don't make it on ESPN if you lose, you jackass. Eat.
Yeah.
Now, can you can't really talk to him during this?
No, I can't respond, so I just got to take it. Like my only response is to eat more.
It's like being at the dentist.
Yeah, why do they ask you questions?
What do they-
When your mouth is wide open and they got stuff in their fingers in your mouth. And
Hey,
oh,
hey,
the
Christy,
kids.
what's that smell? Well, you know, you can't.
What's
that smell?
What is the assertion in
Never
that?
had
I'm
that
not sure what that
before.
means.
Now, Joey, what will you eat today before 6:40?
Oh, coffee, a
nothing
little bit
else.
of water, and I'll just go in empty, loose, and
That's right.
and yeah.
When's the last time? When was the last time you ate a proper meal?
All right, what did I have? No, last night I ate some food.
All right, yeah.
I had some chicken and little cucumber salad.
Oh, very good.
Now, this is an important question.
Sounds lovely.
In the world of baseball, I don't know if they still use the term baseball Annies. Is that
They don't.
They barely did when Bull Durham was there.
Yeah.
And Joey, this would be
another
the
century. Go
this
ahead,
would be the women who would be referred to in another era as round-heeled.
You're asking about groupies.
Groupies, yes. Are there groupies in the world of competitive eating, of which you are, of course, the king?
Like,
Well, of course, and women love winners.
They sure do.
But is there? I
wouldn't say they're
didn't phrase the
groupies,
question
but-
properly. I'm sorry. Is there a name for the groupies?
Do they call them eater
special
eaters?
Peter eaters?
Wiener lovers?
That's not.
Foodstitutes.
I like foodstitutes, but that implies that there's an exchange of cash.
Well, or food.
Good.
You want these waffles or not,
We'll
baby?
continue our embarrassing interview with Joey. When we come back, the big question, the big elephant in the room is what happened on July 4th where some lunatic attacked Joey Chestnut mid race, if you will. We're going to find out from Joey himself. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside sidekick desk.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom Griswold. Hey, Tom, we have a special guest.
We do. Hey, Pat.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that song, Davy Crockett?
Yeah.
Davy. Next time Joey comes, could we whip that into a Joey Chestnut intro jingle?
Sure. I have something for Joey today, if you'd like.
You have a Joey Chestnut intro?
No, I have a Joey Chestnut song.
Oh, how about that?
Remember
Joey Chestnut is here with us once again. Hello, Joey. How are you?
Oh, good to be here.
And Joey is
Perhaps you and Pat could meet in the morning when you're here and talk about things coming up on the show.
You know, you guys talk a lot, but I don't think much is ever said.
Or retained.
Yeah,
I'm going to cry.
A lot of words.
I've told you I can't think and talk at the same time.
That makes this job for you perfect.
Joey Chestnut is the world champion eater once again, and he's going to be going for the world record for popcorn this evening. And I'm sorry, Joe, how many boxes do you have to eat?
Of those boxes,
Yeah.
it'll be 15 boxes in 8 minutes.
Oh, that makes my belly hurt.
Yeah.
So you won't be eating anything else for the rest of the day, is that correct?
I'm going to go in empty, loose.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Okay, all right.
Might be able to drink it. Hopefully I can drink some beer afterwards.
Yeah, good.
Oh, there you go.
Now, when you did the July 4th competition, which you won again, how many of you won altogether?
Oh, 15.
15. How do you celebrate? I mean, do you have to wait a few hours? Can you? Oh my
God!
Are you in agony after cramming all those hot dogs in your face?
Not agony, but I'm bloated and almost drunk on food. Like my interviews are way worse afterwards. And they're not that great beforehand, and so I just don't make any sense. My body's just putting all its energy into digesting the food.
Yeah,
and I'm thirsty and tired at the same time. So I'll fall asleep and wake up to drink water, or I wake up and I have a look in my eye like things are moving.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
That's how I was going.
Out of the way.
Yeah, but so there's no
move along.
There's no like celebratory because you can't pop open the champagne.
Not right away, but usually when I was younger, I could get out by like 10 p.m. Now it's like midnight. It takes a little bit longer to recover, but it's I still try to go out.
Okay. Now, you're most famous, I guess, for the hot dog eating competition, the shrimp eating competition, and then tonight it's going to be popcorn. Have you ever had a corn on the cob competition?
No, I've never done it. I have a big crown on my teeth, and I've always had I'm just worried about. I've never. There's always a corn on the cob contest every year in Florida, and I just haven't brought myself to do it.
Well, I know a really good Oral surgeon, if you need to have that.
Oral surgeon?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what he's trying to avoid.
Right.
Well,
I'm hoping I don't need it.
No, they drill into your skull. They put they put a bolt in, and they
I don't know that Joey wants any of that.
put a fake tooth on. Now you could
best just not to do the contest.
I know. I think it would be funnier than having him mowing down a corn on the cob.
Why don't we maybe we
looking
have
up,
a creamed
smiling
corn
with a
eating
tooth
contest.
missing.
That would be
Creamed corn.
Sure. Slurp it down.
That's for the retired guys.
Just kind of senior circuit.
Okay, Pat, are you ready for this song? I don't
remember what happened on the 4th of July?
Yeah, Joey, tell everybody what happened.
Oh, yeah. So I was eating. I was in a good pace, rhythm, and all of a sudden somebody bumps into me. Like, she kind of runs into me. And then I realized, oh, my God, it's a protester. And they stayed in front of me, so I had to grab them real quick. And I grabbed them, put them on the ground. They were falling on the ground already, pretty much. They were skinny, like a vegan.
I love that song, by the way. Like a vegan. Eating meat for the very first time. Okay.
Dude, yeah. So, yeah. And then I got back to eating, and it all worked out.
Yeah, you handled yourself wonderfully.
It was weird because it did make the national news.
Sure.
Dude, and I was injured. So at that time I had a cast on my leg, and I'm lucky he didn't knock me over when he hit me.
Yeah,
it
for sure.
It all worked out.
Okay.
You didn't miss a beat.
Pat, you have a tribute to Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July?
Yeah. Hey, Joey, congratulations on all the hot dogs you ate. Hey, Joey, you even choked out a protester as if you didn't have enough on your plate. It's a noisy affair on the 4th of July. It's explosive. Oh, there's smoke in the air. That's not gunpowder. That's Joey Chestnut blowing up a bathroom somewhere. Hey, Joey, where you going with that toilet paper in your hand?
Sending our apologies to Jimi Hendrix.
Of course. And, I'm going to get a recording of that.
The classic version of the Jimi Hendrix song, Hey Joe, with Joey Chestnut, our guest. Joey, once again, the world champion eater. And we've reviewed some of the things that you've eaten in the course of these various contests. You're famous for your shrimp work.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I think it goes without saying that you are the hot dog king. And then wings is one of your favorites. What are some of the other oddities you've been dealing with as a pro in the world of eating?
Oh, recently I did 17 pounds of cherry pie.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, in 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
17 pounds.
Oh, my record for hard-boiled eggs is 141 in 8 minutes as well.
Oh.
Okay, now,
boy.
My man here can eat 50 eggs. Wow.
Now, are you aware, now when Chick says that, when he says, my man can eat 50 eggs, you know what that reference is?
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand
Yes.
Luke, yeah.
The great Paul Newman.
Sure.
From Shaker Heights, Ohio.
Okay.
Ah, boy.
One of the great Americans of all time. Mr. Newman, of course, has his the legacy of great charities. How many eggs again?
141.
Oh, God. I think I could eat 4 with a gun to my head.
Is that with the yolks?
With the yolks. And I was smelling like sulfur.
I bet.
Oh,
If I started sweating, it was just like, whoa.
It smelled like well water. Yeah.
Wow. That is rough.
But, you get used to it.
Boy.
I don't know how you get
Chickens
used to
have their own hashtag, never forget. And the date of that...
a monster in the world.
Yeah. Just
now, the last time you were here, Joey, you brought a belt.
Oh,
yeah.
And ironically, it fits because with all of your eating, we should explain you're not a particularly large man. You're tall,
yeah,
but you're not stout or corpulent or fat.
You're not a fatty, fat. As they like to be called.
yeah, that's right.
I would think it's to me. I've been complaining for years about prizes. I always think the classy is like the America's Cup. That's a classy prize, or the Borg Warner Trophy. It's like a large vessel of some sort. Mm-hmm. But now they give plates. You'd think of all things where they'd give you a plate, it would be competitive eating.
Sure.
Because it goes hand or like a giant fork. Are there any
giant fork?
Are there any trophies at your place? Is there like a Joey Chestnut award shelf?
Yeah, I have like a whole room with trophies, and I do have a giant fork.
I had no idea.
What do you think of that?
I
really
hate
rad.
that delivered. That makes me furious.
It was just dumb luck. I'll admit it. So are they cups and plates? And
They're cups. They're actually no plates. Lots of belts. Belts look good. Lots of trophies. The trophies don't age well. They get all dusty and the plastic gets all ugly. But the belts look good.
Cool.
How do you display a belt?
Just on a shelf. It's easy. Just,
A belt and a shelf?
I mean, it's you can kind of just rest it there.
Yeah, they're big, so they sit up.
But no plates. Of all sports, though, to have a plate.
Maybe you've changed things.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's hearing this for the first time. And
Do you have like tongs or just forks?
a pizza. What is that? With the pizza?
A peel?
No, the thing that, like you.
The pizza cutter?
Not a cutter.
the pizza.
It's called
Yeah, they call that a peel. Yeah,
peel.
Is that
That's
called
right.
a peel?
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Joe, you've inadvertently steered this show into an interesting news story, and I have a question about it. It involves a pizza restaurant. And Christy, I've provided this story to you verbatim, and I don't understand one of the phrases here.
An employee of a Papa John's restaurant in Maryland fended off an unruly customer with a pizza spear.
Okay, stop. What's a pizza spear?
I bet you don't think that's what they're calling a peel? They're calling it a spear because they don't know any better?
I don't know. Is that the thing you shove into the? Is that like the big oar?
Yeah.
That you shove.
But I don't know if that's what a spear is. Also, pizza spear.
According to WMAR, the 40-year-old customer complained that a pizza he had purchased was missing garlic sauce as well as pepperoncinis.
You know what? I don't blame him.
And
for
began
listening.
arguing.
Oh, boy.
The
Here we go.
26-year-old
That garlic
employee.
sauce.
I get the spicy garlic sauce they have nowadays.
What?
So who got attacked here?
The suspect allegedly went behind the counter, chased the employee around the store, and attacked him with a metal pizza paddle. So, yes, that's what they're calling it. The Hartford County Sheriff's Office said the employee grabbed a pizza spear and stabbed the man in self-defense. Oh, no, I guess it's different.
Okay, so it's not the pizza paddle. Okay, this is where I'm getting confused.
The customer was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries before being charged with second-degree assault.
Pizza spear. Now, I'm well known in the pizza sphere, but
it looks like a gardening tool almost. I don't know if you can see it on my phone, but it's just like a
hoe.
Yeah, it's like a long wooden stick, and there's sort of a metal 2 prongs at the end of it, maybe for maneuvering a pizza around an oven. I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's different than the big pizza paddle.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird battle that would be.
Yeah,
very strange.
You want a pizza, me?
Chicken.
I like that. I like that very much.
What kind of jackass attacks a guy? I mean, the garlic sauce, is it that good, Josh?
It's worth fighting over.
That's nice.
I'm glad he wasn't hurt. What a weird thing that would be for the family.
Well,
he died by a pizza spear.
Right.
Pizza spears, of course, used to hunt pizza in the wild.
That's right. It's an ancient tool.
It's not delivery, it's assault.
Well, so the guy's in jail, I hope?
Well, he was arrested. I don't know if he's still in jail. Boy, you put in what is a pizza spear, and all you get is this Papa John story.
Okay, all right.
So,
well, I hope he doesn't get his crust stuffed against his will.
It may happen.
That would be very painful. We'll get back to our interview with Joey Chestnut, a competitive eater. Tonight it's popcorn night, and you're going to be going for how many pounds is that? Have we figured this out yet?
Oh, I haven't figured out the poundage. Popcorn's really light. And that's a weird thing. When I'm eating it, a lot of air will come out. So in practice,
like you'll be farting while you're doing this?
I'll be burping.
Oh,
there'll be gases.
I mean, popcorn farts are notoriously bad.
But that takes a few minutes, doesn't it?
I would think.
Yeah. It takes a while for those to come out.
Right.
Ever call somebody a popcorn fart? You little popcorn fart? You're cuter than a little popcorn fart. You ever do that?
No, I haven't.
No? Try it today.
I might try it.
Okay. See, Willie's laughing like a little popcorn fart.
Hey, little popcorn fart.
That's
Josh, I'm your doctor. Will you mind?
It's Dr.
I'm
Popcorn
62 and I have many degrees.
Now, Joey, the most famous event you participate in, of course, is the July 4th Nathan's hot dog eating competition. Do you mind if we played just a little bit of the introduction to this?
Oh, let's do it.
This is George Shea, a man who obviously is wasting a very, very...
He should be poet laureate.
Fine education.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
He could run a cult. I mean, people listen when he talks.
Yeah, and the poetry here. Once again, this is the introduction. We'll play a portion of this. This was this July 4th.
There will be a day that is the end, the collapse of time and all that stood within it. A day of nothing, of no one, of nowhere. But that day is not today.
No, sir.
Today we burn bright. Today we blind the earth with our desire. And while it is still ours, we will bend history to witness this moment, to witness this man. The humble consequence of carbon, the fleeting spray of life turned diamond by the sun, forever suspended in that instant, indifferent to the gods, for he does not envy their power. He will not plead their pardon. He will curse and spit and sneer and shout his name at the heavens. I am the shining arc of humanity. Yield to my dominion. And if we must compete for our place within existence, we submit as our champion, the champion of the world, of now and of always, of the air, of the fire, of the sea, of the land, of the free. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nathan's Famous 4th of July champion of the world, Joey Chestnut!
That is an introduction.
Oh man,
We can all be
good.
Yeah, I'm so lucky to have him.
Better than the Gettysburg.
chills.
Yeah.
Better than the Gettysburg Address. Better than the I Have a Dream speech. I mean, that guy is an orator.
I mean, when he puts it in context and he brings up time.
Yes.
You know, right away, this is going to be a big thing. That was the intro for you for this year's competition. That was, am I correct in saying this was not your record?
No, it was nowhere near the record. I mean, I got interrupted.
Yeah.
I had a cast on.
What is your personal best, if you will, for hot dogs?
In contest, 76.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
10
the
minutes.
spirit.
So I did 63 this year.
Okay.
It was a little bit off.
Still. Do they always taste exactly the same? Do you have a
little bit? Nathan's won't get happy about this, but no, they, like if it's a hot year, the person cooking them sometimes gets lazy. They're not cooking them as well.
Oh.
If it's cold out, they cool off a little bit and they're a little bit rubbery.
Gotcha.
But they're always a good hot dog.
Sure.
All beef hot dogs hard to beat.
I mean, I suppose it's like a pitcher examining baseballs. You know, there's this stuff that only the real pros would notice.
The conditions always affect things a little bit.
Yeah. How about the buns? Are those pretty consistent?
Buns, well, yeah. If it's dry out, they get stale in the sun. Yeah. So
now, do you have a water sponsor? Is it like a Joey Chestnut only uses Fiji water to shove these buns
into?
into?
New York tap water. That's the best stuff.
New York tap water generally,
Wins a lot of
by the way, wins contests as the tastiest water
Right.
in America. People don't believe me when I tell them that, but
No, they believe you. They don't care. There's a difference.
Well, Josh, I think as someone who is as much of a food fan as you are, I mean, you think about the water affects all of your cooking. You want to have the proper water.
I never cook with water.
Boils. Josh boils Mountain Dew to make pasta.
Speaking of cooking, I just found this in the green room, Joey. This is Joey Chestnut, world's greatest eater, green hatch and jalapeno creamy hot sauce. Mild.
That is some fine stuff.
You can toss your wings in it. You can dip your chicken nuggets in it. Put it on your.
How many different versions of this do you have, Joey?
I have four wing sauces like that, and then I have the coney sauce, which is like ketchup.
That's wonderful.
And then and the spicy mustard, which is my favorite.
Yeah, it kicks.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's great. Yeah.
And if
It's
Ace
bussin',
says,
as the kids
Ace
say.
says it kicks,
Oh,
Ace can eat a piece of hot charcoal and go, what's that? Is this available on a website or?
Yeah, joeychestnut.com, and it's also on Amazon. You can get that.
And in many supermarkets. That's where I get mine.
Yeah, still in some supermarkets.
Do you do like a Christmas theme thing where you have Joey Chestnut roasting on an open fire? And
That's good.
So these are all great ideas. Feel free to go with any of these. I think a water sponsorship would be a smart idea.
Yeah,
It's
I
right
use
there.
it a lot.
Maybe go with like a fizzy water.
Fizzy water.
No.
Too much belching.
Well, there'll be a lot of burping.
Right. You don't want to add more air. That would be terrible. Yeah.
Wouldn't that air out the space in your belly to give you room?
Carbonation helps with digestion.
Does it?
It does.
Cram food in there.
That's essentially what Alka-Seltzer is, I guess. Just carbonation in pill form,
and it makes
tablet
you
form.
Belch.
Oh yeah.
You know, if I probably have seen 1,000 Alka-Seltzer commercials as a kid, and I've never once tried it.
I actually am.
I don't even know what it does.
Plop, fizz. Exactly, Christy.
Oh, what a relief it is!
And I like that little speedy Alka-Seltzer guy.
That hasn't been used since 50.
Yeah, I was going to say. I would say that poor guy's out of work. Well,
that Alka-Seltzer nighttime is great.
Yeah, like the cold and flu stuff and all that PM.
I have no idea.
All good.
We are coming right back. We have our history lesson, and we're hanging out with competitive eater and world champion eater, Mr. Joey Chestnut. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
Josh Arnold at the Upside sidekick desk.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Joey Chestnut is our guest. He's the world champion eater. We've learned a lot already. The post-competition, the food that makes you smell the worst is...
Hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs. And you did how many again?
141. 8 minutes.
That is quite a feat.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's unbelievable. Are they deviled eggs at least?
No, they were real hard-boiled eggs.
How's your cholesterol? No, I'm just kidding.
It's pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Wow.
And it fluctuates. So actually, I one time I ate 50 hard-boiled eggs for like a YouTube video.
Right.
And then I had my blood work done like literally 2 days later. And it was high.
I bet.
It really was. So the doctor reran it again a month later, and it went back down to normal.
Many statins.
Is there like a celery competition, or is that too boring?
That couldn't be easy either. That would have to
celery would be hard.
Yeah.
That would be funny. A really douchey vegan eating competition.
You're really loud.
I did
too.
kale.
The celery crunching.
You did kale?
Oh yeah, kale was really hard. Just raw kale.
Did you get beat by some 22-year-old hipster named Midnight?
No, I got beat a guy from Nigeria.
Oh wow,
dude, this guy was a beast. He was just like, oh yeah, I eat raw kale all the time. I was like, nobody eats raw kale.
Yeah.
You eat kale
That's
with bacon.
tough.
Yeah.
Wow, what was the prize? Yoga pants. Joey Chestnut is going for the popcorn record this evening, so we'll let you know how it goes. And once again, I keep forgetting, how many boxes do you have to eat?
Oh, of those boxes, it's 15 of those boxes. The record right now is 28 and a half 24-ounce servings.
And as you pointed out, Josh, it's a little fatter than a regular cereal box, but a little smaller.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're smaller than
so imagine eating several of those in one sitting. I don't think
you'd call this a standard popcorn box, don't you think?
Yeah,
that we get it?
So.
Yep.
It's been around for years.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to know a little trick, Joey?
Let's do it.
Do you like to go to the movie theater and they have that butter machine?
Here we go again.
Just a second. He comes to these things. He wants to be enlightened. He thinks you guys think he knows everything. He doesn't.
Are you talking about putting a hole in the bottom of the popcorn?
I like that move. That's a fun move.
Your thoughts, Tom?
Is that in Diner? That was in Diner.
Yeah, it was
that's been an urban legend forever.
That was in the movie.
Joey, you take a straw and you go up to that machine and you take your popcorn and you put the straw in the machine where the nozzle is, and then you shove your popcorn in there. So now you're buttering the lower level. And then as you lower it, it continues to get butter on each level.
You're essentially fracking the popcorn.
Yes, in reverse. Yeah. In reverse, yeah. And then your ices, you're adding the water in order to. You're fracking. I stand corrected, Josh. Very good analogy. Just next time you do it, remember I gave you the tip. Now, time now to review a few things.
Today in history, real quick.
Okay, what date's today?
August
23.
Okay, let's
23,
see.
Jordan Day.
Okay, this is sad. William Wallace executed by Edward I of England for high treason.
Yeah.
What did he do? We don't know what he did.
What's medium treason? Is that?
Yeah, see?
Did they kill you for that? So never mind. This is cool. 1966, the lunar orbiter took the first photograph of Earth from the moon.
Allegedly.
So, Josh, I got a letter from a guy going, you don't believe that the moon landing was real, but you believe in Bigfoot.
That's right. There's better evidence.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
a subtle difference.
Yeah.
But,
If Kubrick was taking Bigfoot photos, then maybe we'd have some non-blurry ones.
89, Reds manager Pete Rose banned from baseball for life.
Stay in the game.
He would have been better if he'd just taken steroids. Let's see. The first, this is interesting. The first finale of the TV show Survivor aired on this date in the year 2000.
Wow.
22 years ago, and that show is still going strong.
Yeah, it is.
Dad, do you remember you got pulled over because we were rushing to go home to watch the
I do
finale,
remember
and you
that.
told the cop we're going to watch Survivor, and he sent you on your merry way.
That's exactly true. In Petoskey, Michigan. Let's see. Happy birthday to Gene Kelly.
Great dancer.
Singing in the Rain. Probably the most heterosexual dancer of all time, I think.
A lot of men that are never mind.
Interesting asterisk to put next to his name.
I'm going to go the other way on this. Good point, Tom.
Let the man dance. Let him have fun.
Happy birthday, 1948, Rudy Rudiger. And our good friend, Dr. David Wolf, astronaut, super badass, born in 1950. Happy birthday, David. Now, what's it time for?
Things we learned today on the Bob and Tom Show. We got an email from Aaron in Athol, Idaho.
That's right.
That was very exciting.
ATHOL.
Yeah, that's right.
And that'd be a funny place for you to work, Joey. After the fact, do like a jalapeno.
Nice to be.
How was Athol? Well,
it's a little spicy.
It's a little, sorry.
Pat Godwin plays the big rooms. Don't even question what it's the big rooms.
Patty Big Rooms, they call them.
Josh Arnold saw some blacksmiths at the State Fair.
Yes, Smithies, as you said, and I enjoyed it.
And I am concerned that the game of cornhole is putting high-quality blacksmiths out of business.
You'd be amazed at the amount of people that are making horseshoes. It's incredible.
Good. And more.
Yeah.
We want more.
Willie Griswold's thinking about his home becoming a shoeless household.
I think so.
He thinks he's going to incorporate
Bohemian.
David Rush used Bob and Tom balloons in his world record.
Thank you, David.
Completion.
And the record of blowing up 10 balloons with his nose in a minute.
I think it's impressive.
And yeah, one of those at the end looked like a water balloon.
Gross.
Thank you, Flonase.
Sorry. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Pat Godwin does yoga Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and accidentally did hot yoga on Friday.
It was rough.
Have you farted yet in yoga class?
No.
It'll happen. And don't be ashamed.
It'll happen.
You'll yoga toot.
No, not going to happen.
Yeah, well.
And Tom is...
I hope you yoga crap yourself.
Excuse me.
Tom wants to...
It's yoga shark. Let's be delicate.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Thanks. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us. It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go. I love the excursions with me and Welling.
It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.